Hey everybody, surprise, it's us.
Yeah, well, it looks awful dark in here.
No one's surprised. Yeah, I'm not sure why. It's the same lights that are...
This is some fucked up shit.
I don't know what the hell is going on with this shit all the time.
Yeah.
It's the same lights that are always on.
Put your hand over there and cover it and see if it readjusts to the
No,
color.
I'm not going to do that because then it'll fuck it up even worse.
Right? That looks right.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Everything's correct.
Everything's right.
So, I don't know. Whatever.
It's just fucking, this is just a weird ass system. Looks like we're speaking from the bowels of hell.
That's okay. I mean, you know, as long as we're not yellow.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck was going on. I never did figure out what was going on with that.
Hold on. There we go.
What are you doing? Oh, okay.
Because that was cutting me off.
Oh.
And you had all the screen.
Well, I mean, that's okay.
Yeah, you had all the screen.
I didn't move it.
Yeah.
I didn't move it.
No, because you want to do it until I can just see fucking
Dennis
down there in the back.
Oh, okay.
BTK.
Yeah, he's back there over your shoulder. He's like a little. He's like the little angel and devil on your shoulder, except you only have one on your shoulder, and it's Dennis Rader telling you to do stuff.
Okay, so it looks like a bunch of people come. Everybody's just poured in.
Yeah.
They're all just fucking calling each other bitches and what's up all. Zach's in, Papa 77's in, Phantom is in, Tabby showed up.
Everybody's here.
CB, yeah. They're all here.
Peyton says it's a room full of wrenches.
Yeah.
It is. There's a lot of wrenches.
Yeah, it's all these damn wrenches. Yeah, we got more moderators than viewers.
I know. They're going to have to start banning each other. Last one standing.
So what's everybody saying? There's already asking questions up at the top.
Lots of stuff. Next Dimension Media showed up. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. Been a hot minute since I watched one of these live. Yeah, it's like I said, I haven't remembered seeing you in the chat for a while. Someone was American Military 100 said, learned something fascinating about the Golden State Killer case. Officer that was shot surmised that the suspect was a fellow cop and likely from Exeter PD. So I think a lot of people kind of suspected that the dude was the cop.
Which case was that? Golden State Killer?
D'Angelo.
D'Angelo. I knew it sounded familiar.
Yeah. Zach says, any thoughts on Fleetwood Mac? I currently have The Chain stuck in my head, and Landslide was my mom's favorite song.
They were pretty good for their time.
Yeah, I actually like some of their songs.
Yeah. Yeah, you had fucking, what's her name was in it?
What's her name?
Fucking Stevie Nicks was in that. Wasn't she in that sometimes?
Yeah.
She was in it.
She went solo later.
Later on, yeah. They did Tusk. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I can't, you know what? I can't hear that song anymore without, on MST, I think it was the movie Werewolf. The end credit song kind of sounded a little bit like Tusk. So they actually did like a whole medley of Tusk, like interspersed with other songs. And so now that's like all I can fucking hear is like them doing the Tusk medley. Like I can't take it seriously anymore.
So today is Friday, and Sidetracks is basically open lines Friday. The weekend is upon us, and me and Jen are gonna stay in
tonight.
Tonight, we're going out tomorrow. But we're gonna stay in. We're gonna drink with y'all tonight, and get you into the weekend.
Easy.
So, if you have anything you want to talk about, any fucking questions about cases of the past, or just any kind of topics, you can drop it in the comments section. Or respond. There's already a bunch of stuff in there. Somebody's asking about wrestling, I think.
Yeah. I can't comment. I don't know anything about that.
What's that?
Wrestling.
Yeah, what's the question?
It wasn't really a question.
Oh,
they
wasn't
were just,
a question? Okay.
No, they were just kind of...
I thought it was a question.
They were just kind of talking
Okay.
amongst themselves about wrestling. Like I said, I can't really comment because I don't know anything about wrestling, so I don't really know what you're talking about. Somebody said that the CB said that the lighting could be light reflecting off your head is screwing everything up.
The light reflecting off my head?
Yeah,
Who said this shit?
I don't think so. CB said that.
Get it. Yeah.
You don't really have much light reflecting off your head. Tammy said, have you guys heard the latest on Gene Hackman? I saw that there was new stuff, but I didn't have a chance to read it, so I have not heard the latest. Oh, his wife died from hantavirus. Jesus Christ, a week before he died. They think the dog starved to death, locked in its cage. That's fucking crazy.
Wow.
That's not really what I... That would have been way down on the list of possibilities.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
That's very strange.
Somebody had to die first. They'd let the dog out.
Well,
So
maybe she died unexpectedly, and then maybe he... he was in his 90s, so maybe he wasn't mobile anymore. I don't really know.
That bitch knew what a cell phone was.
True. But like I said, I don't know.
She died of what, cancer?
No, hantavirus.
Hansavirus.
Hanta.
What the hell's that?
With an H.
Never heard of it. Never fucking heard of it.
I've heard of it. Everybody's heard of it.
I don't give a fucking shit about it.
He thinks we made it up because he's never heard of it.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, everybody's heard of that.
What the fuck is that?
It's pretty common. That's just what they call it.
Okay.
It's a pretty common virus. Like, a lot of people get it in hospitals, I think, too.
Okay. And the dog was in a cage dead. Huh? What kind of dog was it?
I don't know.
Damn,
I don't know.
What do you I have a hard time believing that.
Well, I wasn't there, and neither were you, so I'm sure that it probably...
I can't believe the dog owner fucking would let the thing fucking starve in there.
Oh, Tammy said he had Alzheimer's really bad.
Oh, he had Alzheimer's.
That's what I just said. Yeah, he was like super old.
Okay.
So it's like he probably had no idea.
Maybe he didn't know what was going on.
That's what I mean. He probably had no idea what was going on. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, that's pretty fucked up.
Starved his dog. He must have walked around fucking looking for his wife.
Yeah, that's...
That makes more sense.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because like I said, he's like old. Phantom said, doesn't that virus come from exposure to mouse feces? Oh, it might be. That might be the one that I'm thinking of. Is it poop related? I thought it was like too early for me to say.
So she may have fucking croaked.
Related?
Dog was locked up when she croaked, and then his fucking fucking half-brained ass just walked around, stumbled around.
Well, I guess she was the one taking care of him.
Yeah, and then
and if she died suddenly...
Yeah, he didn't let the dog out. And then, because he's out of his mind. And then I guess, he probably starved to death, huh? Did he starve to death? It's because somebody wasn't taking care of him.
I guess so, yeah. Like I said, maybe he couldn't get around.
Yeah.
Jeff Yard said it was a German Shepherd.
German Shepherd.
And said, yeah, hantavirus, you can get it from mouse feces and also saliva.
Dog probably didn't die of starvation,
or
probably died of dehydration.
Yeah, Tammy said the virus you get from mouse feces and urine. They said the wife could have dropped dead suddenly. Mm. Yeah. That's like, that's pretty fucked up.
It's more likely that the dog died within 7 days of dehydration.
I would think, yeah.
It takes too long to die of starvation. It takes about a month. And then, if he's not getting food, then he's not getting water either. So he would drunk up his water supply. That probably would have happened.
Yeah, because it's a lot faster to die from dehydration than it is from...
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was alive for a week after she died. That's crazy.
Wandering around.
Yeah, I guess so.
Talking to himself.
And like I said, he probably didn't know what was going on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, CB said it better not come from mouse shit because we have one at work. It's been outsmarting us for 2 weeks.
It just goes to show you, if you're old, fucking, even if you're not alone, you need to have neighbors that fucking know about you. You know what I mean? Fucking know about your situation and shit. Check on you every few days.
I always hear about those.
At least the dog would have been saved had they checked on him every couple days.
I mean, yeah, because we all hate when something happens to the dog.
Those two lived their lives, you know.
Yeah, I mean, well, she was a lot younger than him, but I mean.
But she died.
Yeah, well, no, duh.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that he was in his 90s, so it's not like.
She was what, 50s, 60s?
60s, I think she was. Yeah.
She should have known better.
Then what?
To just be out there by herself.
Well, like I said, I don't really know the situation. So, she was like 64, 65, something like that.
It's not that old.
Yeah, and Oracle said, she was his sole caregiver from what I've heard. 65. Yeah, so she's out there taking care of him and...
Still, when you start getting into your 60s and shit, anything could happen. She could die of a fucking heart attack. She could fall down and break her hip. Something like. There was one where they went into this house. Nobody had been in there for 5 or 6 years, as far as they know. And they found a woman in there, old woman, dead, just mummified. She had pulled her dresser to the side and tried to get in behind it to get something, and fell and broke her hip, and she was just wedged in between the dresser
I remember that
and the
story.
wall.
And she couldn't get out.
She couldn't get out. And she couldn't move, and nobody knew about her. Nobody checked on her. And fucking she had been in there for about 6 years. Because I guess the house was paid for. And evidently the electricity was still going.
Huh.
Yeah. And she had 3 or 4 cats, and they were all dead sitting in the windowsill.
That sucks.
Couldn't get out. So, you know, fucking at least have some responsibility for your fucking animals when you get old. If you die, if you die in that house, the animals die too. They can't get out.
Yeah.
They run out of water. They might drink out of the toilet, but then they'll drink all that up.
That's why it's probably good to have a doggy door.
It was good to have somebody come check on you every couple of days.
Well, that too, but I'm just saying.
When my dad was getting that way, they checked on him every day. The neighbors did. That was Mississippi, you know. They did that.
Well, now, Jeffy Art said, I think her daughter checked in regularly. But, I mean, regularly might just be, like, once a month or something like that. You know what I mean? So.
My dad was basically the last white man in fucking Heidelberg, Mississippi. It turned into an entirely black neighborhood. Because everybody died. And all the kids moved away. And they took care of my dad. They fucking checked on him every fucking day. He was kind of a legend. He was taking the fucking little boys out to fishing and shit, you know? Fucking, because, you know, some of them were, you know, had single mothers. So he'd take them fishing and fucking hunting and stuff. And that went on for a long time. Yeah. But, you know, shit, he collapsed out in front of that house. Fucking, they called the ambulance right away. They saw him. Come check on him every day, make sure he was still alive. Bring him turkey necks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turkey necks. He was full of those, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Oracle said she may have just been so focused on him that she neglected to think about herself. Then she said, my husband and I had a stretch where I was his caregiver, and I just kept doing more and more, and then he didn't need me anymore, and I was shocked to realize how much I'd been doing.
Yeah.
Stuff really can creep up on you. Yeah,
she needed somebody checking on her.
Yeah.
You know,
that's the thing. It's like
days.
65 isn't really old, but I mean, people do die at that age.
There are accidents. Accidents can happen.
And yeah, and the older you get, like, it's probably not great to not have an extended network that's at least going to check on you every day. And I would think, like, taking care of somebody that is in their 90s, you'd also want somebody checking in on you.
Yeah. At least every couple days.
Yeah. Phantom said Gene should have had a life alert. Like, the fallen I can't get up thing. Thank you very much, Zach. Gave us a super chat.
What's Zach saying?
Said, got curious about what the best-selling albums of the 70s were, because he was talking about Fleetwood Mac before. And I'm surprised how many I never heard people talk about.
Like what?
Like, who the fuck is Carole King? Oh, she's great. I like Carole King, actually.
I remember, it sounds familiar.
What'd
she do?
I remember when I was a kid, there was this animated special. What the fuck was it called? I'll remember in a minute. But it had a bunch of her songs with, like, animation, and one of the songs was Alligators All Around. One of them was Chicken Soup with Rice. But it was really good. Like, I saw it again recently, and it's delightful. But,
Jim Croce.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
Remember fucking Cat Stevens?
Yeah, Cat Stevens. Really Rosie, thank you. That's what it was called. Oracle knew exactly what I was talking about.
I was like Glenn Campbell.
That was a little cheese ball for me, but...
Yeah, Glenn Campbell.
But I can see.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, it's the same guy I'm thinking about. Rocky Mountain High and all the fucking... Right?
No, Rocky Mountain High is John Denver.
John Denver, excuse me.
John
Glenn
Denver.
Campbell, that was... I remember
He's the
name.
country guy.
He was the country guy, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, John Denver, that's who I was thinking of.
Yeah.
He used to play all his songs when we were going to fucking Sequoia. Yeah.
But yeah,
that's would play that shit.
Yeah, Really Rosie was a collaboration with Maurice Sendak. Yeah, that's right, who did Where the Wild Things Are. And he was the voice of Rosie's cat in that special. Man, I need to watch that again. That was so, and the songs in that were so good. Like, I saw it like a million times when I was a kid. Yeah, Gordon Lightfoot. Man.
There was a lot of good metal in the 70s. People forget about too. Judas Priest was really a 70s band. They were the best of the 70s, I guess.
Yeah.
And then Deep Purple, they were late 60s. I think they came out in 68, if I remember correctly. So maybe 69. Deep Purple was kind of what I think that's what inspired Iron Maiden, actually. You hear a lot of fucking Deep Purple-ish kind of motifs in Iron Maiden, dueling guitar solos and shit. Iron Maiden was harder.
Yeah, Zach says, but yeah, I guess she dropped an album that sold like 200 million copies, and I've never heard a person mention it. And I think, like, how? Well, I mean, it was a long time ago.
No social media back then, so,
yeah.
You know. And the fans that bought that, or they're either dead or they've forgotten about it. They're old and they're not listening to records anymore. They're probably not even listening to the radio. So, and they're not online talking about it. Although you probably find young people talking about it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that's one of the coolest things about nowadays is that, so much music is on the internet that it's almost become like dissociated from its era. Because you can just find shit looking for it and not necessarily, if you're young, you don't necessarily know what year it came out.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, this is cool. And then you find out it's from like 1967 or
it's
something.
It's just like in the English-speaking world and probably the Spanish-speaking world too, because Brazil followed along the same trends. Younger people than us, fucking Gen Z, millennials, are fucking looking at the 80s decade of music as like a godsend. They're like, that's the best. And it kind of was. But you're only seeing the best of the 80s. They had a lot of shit, too.
Yeah, there was a lot of crap came out in the 80s, too. We were there. I remember.
Some of it just came and went. You forgot all about it.
Yeah.
And some of it was just fake. You could tell that it was somebody kind of artificially produced a record out of nothing. And there may be one song on it that you could listen to, and it was kind of like a copy of another song, but that another band did. You could say, that's like a copy of Walking in L.A. or something,
Yeah, I mean, I would argue there's just, me being real into post-punk and new wave and stuff like that, I mean, I would argue that that's at least my favorite kinds of music.
80s.
Yeah.
But
I like stuff from all eras, really. Just kind of depends on what it is. We were getting all into...
I liked 90s too. Some people, Jen is not big on 90s music. I liked a lot of 90s music.
Ambivalent about it.
There was just a lot of good shit then.
Same as horror movies. I'm just kind of like, there was some good ones. There was some good 90s music, but it wasn't the same.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Switchblade Symphony.
I really like them.
Massive Attack. Fucking Hope Sandoval.
Mazzy
Star, yeah.
Yeah, I liked a lot of that stuff.
Yeah. Garbage.
Yeah.
They were really good. Scottish band, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. But at least she's Scottish. I'm not sure about the other ones.
He might have been British. I think she was Scottish.
Phantom saying Foreigner was the best of the 70s, 80s. They're not right.
That was real normie music, man. That was real fucking mainstream. That was right there with Journey.
I would argue that Foreigner is probably better than Journey, but I'm still am not a big fan of either one.
What's his name? Perry?
Steve Perry.
Steve Perry. That dude could fucking sing.
He could
fucking sing, man.
He could, yeah.
Now, that wasn't my kind of music, but I can see why people listen to it. They had a fucking Journey video game, stand-up video game in there.
I remember that.
Yeah, at the arcade. That shit was cheesy as fuck.
It was,
they had people playing it.
I remember.
I played it a couple times. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
I didn't see it much in the wild, but I do remember seeing it at an arcade or two.
In the wild.
Yeah. And wasn't it? Were you trying to get away from groupies or trying to get to a show or something? I don't remember what
it had different. And one of them, you're like a bouncer, and you're security. You're trying to keep people away from the stage.
Yeah, I remember that bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever actually played it or if I just watched somebody else play it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was sitting there going, "What the? Didn't Kiss have a video game, or am I totally?"
They had a pinball machine.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I do remember the Kiss pinball machine.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Zach gave us another super chat. From what I've heard, a lot of normie music from back then was still more creative and interesting than what people my age and younger have now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I've heard some of the new shit that they play on the radio. It's garbage. It's terrible. The stuff on YouTube, new stuff on YouTube's much better.
Yeah, there's a lot of good new music out there, but
not on the radio.
Just as with the 80s, like stuff that's sort of like, I don't even know if top 40 is even like a distinction anymore. But even back in the day, that music wasn't really that good. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even back in the 80s. So, I mean, we weren't really listening to that. Every now and then, like, something would get in the charts and you're like, hey, that's a pretty good song or whatever, but because some new wave got in there. But
check out Urban Heat. They're new. from Texas.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a nouveau. It's like neo retro wave. It's like new wave, but it's new. They got fucking cheesy clothes and everything.
Yeah, it's pretty special. I'm into it.
Yeah, Jen loves the singer though. He's this kind of this fucking hot dude. He fucking works out. He's got good arms. I saw an interview with him and he's talking about how he got his arms built up. He's not bulky, but he's real conditioned. He's got fucking a mullet. He's kind of a light-skinned black guy, and the motherfucker can sing. He's really good piano too. Play piano.
I just really liked their vibe.
Yeah.
Like, we first heard them because at the club, one of the DJs, Rob, plays... Urban Heat does a really good cover of Goodbye Horses, the Q Lazarus song from the 80s. Cover. And, I mean, everybody's covered that song. Holy crap, there's so many covers of that song. But they did the best one. And he kept playing it at the club. I'm like, man, this is great. This is like a great cover. And like he plays the video sometimes too. And I was like, man, they're pretty awesome. So we looked them up on YouTube and like watched some of their other videos.
They got a lot of good videos.
Yeah, and they have a lot of really good ones.
Some of their real early stuff isn't that good, like Talking Head reboots.
Yeah, they did like some of their early stuff was kind of Talking Headsy.
Yeah.
Which there's nothing wrong with that. I really like Talking Heads.
Just that wasn't really quite where they should have gone. Where they need to be where they're at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're playing here, well, in Tampa.
Yeah.
Next month, I think. Let's see. We got another super chat from The Difference asking best hospital horror. Ooh, I'd have to think about that for a little while. What was that one? There was one called Visiting Hours that was pretty good. That was like the first one that popped into my head. I don't
remember any hospital horror.
But that's kind of the first one that popped into my mind. But I can probably think of some more later.
Frankenstein's Army is kind of like hospital horror, military hospital horror.
Okay, that's a little bit of a reach, but I'll give it to you. I'm just kidding. And then Halloween 2, yeah, that was kind of set in a hospital. That's right.
Yeah, it was in a military hospital. Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Frankenstein's Army.
I remember.
Yeah.
We have to kind of see that again one of these days.
Yeah, that's wild.
American Military asks Jenny and Tom, who's your favorite goth band? Ooh, that's a hard one.
There's so many of them.
Yeah, there's no. And that's the thing. It's like you can sit there, technically, like, what's a goth band?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because probably my favorite band of all time is Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds / The Birthday Party. Would I consider that goth? Kinda. It's goth adjacent. Birthday Party were definitely more of a weird post-punk band. And Nick Cave is kind of all over the place. Like, he even does, like, blues and gospel-y kind of stuff, too. But I don't know. That's probably my favorite band overall. And then I'm just going to say something like Joy Division. Is that really a goth band? I guess. Like I said, they're usually categorized as post-punk. But, I mean, every goth band in the world is, like, influenced by them, for sure.
For me, the best goth band is actually only on one album. Actually, or two albums, really. And it was early Sisters of Mercy.
Yeah.
Before Andrew Eldridge left the band and took the name with him. And it became basically a solo act.
Yeah.
And it became a metal band.
Like, kind of more glam.
Yeah. And the best gothic album, the best album, period, of all times, if you ask me, is Sisters of Mercy, First and Last and Always.
That is like the quintessential gothic rock album.
Yeah, I mentioned that before. Fucking, and I've had people fucking go get that album and then contact me back on fucking on the show and go, "Yeah, you're right. That's the best album ever." They just listen to it into the car. It's just
really good. Every song on it is good, and it just like hangs together really well.
Yeah, and you don't have to be goth.
Yeah, it's just like a good rock album.
It's a rock
album.
It's
a dark rock album.
Real dark rock with great lyrics and just a really good vibe. Andrew left the band and he had the legal rights to the name Sisters of Mercy. But then he started hiring new people. It became a different band. The band that was Sisters of Mercy went on to become The Mission UK.
Yeah, or just The Mission. If you
or just
live in
The Mission.
UK.
In the U.S., it's called The Mission UK.
Because there was
another mission already.
Called The Mission already.
And the Mission's UK's first album, it was white. It was the one that they did after First and Last and Always. Was their best album. Then they started to get too soft for me.
They went a little U2.
Like, it sounded like U2, yeah.
I kind of feel like, which there's nothing wrong with early U2, but after Joshua Tree, I kind of tapped out.
Yeah.
We got another super chat from Zach.
Okay.
Also recently discovered Nick Drake. Ever heard his music? I've heard of a couple of his songs, yeah. Hell of a Tragic Story 2 might be interesting for an episode. Yeah, I vaguely remember something about that, but it's like I don't really remember a lot of details. They do play, like, I think there's one song of his that they play at the club every now and then. But, yeah, I know a couple of his songs. CB says, Black Veil Brides is a good goth band. Yeah, I agree. They are very good. David Greener says the answer is always Gary Newman.
Yeah, he's good, too.
Yeah, we saw him live, like, a few years ago, and he's still fantastic. I like all his new shit, too, honestly. You know, his old shit's good, and his new shit is good.
Yeah,
it's all good. And doesn't he, like... His daughter, like, works with him a lot, too.
Best gothic girl band for me was fucking Switchblade Symphony.
Yeah.
With female vocals.
Yeah, that was 90s.
90s.
They kind of went trip-hop.
Yeah, but it was good.
Later, but yeah.
Still pretty good.
I feel like a lot of 90s bands did that.
Yeah.
That was kind of a big thing.
They still played it at the club.
Yeah, they did. I remember hearing, when I used to go to the Castle back in the early 2000s, they used to play Wallflower a lot.
Yeah.
And that song still reminds me of that club, like, more than any other song, for some reason.
I think they only have 4 albums.
Yeah, they don't have that many. They don't have that many.
I think it's 4.
I have 2 or 3
Serpentine Gallery, right?
Yeah, I got that one.
Bread and Jam for Francis.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's that other one that I have? I can't remember.
Man.
Shit. You always ask me all this stuff.
Yeah, I forgot now.
Phantom said, I just saw 2 kind of funny Stephen Jeffries films. Heaven Help Us, 1984, free on YouTube, and Fraternity Vacation. Both were decent. So remember when we when we talked about 976 Evil, and I mentioned that Stephen Jeffries, for a time, had done some gay porn?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, now I'm kind of curious. So we did actually go and find... I think it was on X Hamster.
Yeah, they only had 2.
They only had 2, but they had 2 full-length movies, and then they just had, like, a clip. And I was like, I'm not sitting through, like, a whole hour and a half.
No, 2 hours.
Well, or 2 hours. Well, because it's 90s, so the quality was not great.
2 hours of gay porn.
Well, I mean, I don't mind that, but it's just kind of like...
Yeah, she'd like...
I'd probably like that. But like I said, the quality of it wasn't really good, like, was, like, VHS quality.
One of them was a leather film. Fucking Leather Daddies and shit. He was in it.
And there was a bunch. Yeah, there was a bunch of other dudes in it too. It
yeah,
wasn't
and
just him.
I was casting it to my TV, and my casting program, I guess, on my tablets are kind of primitive. I can't fast forward.
Yes, you just kind of.
So I'd have to watch it. I says, man, that's fucking, you know. And,
like
and I looked in the
long.
comments section, and they had the time stamped
where Stephen Jeffries
where he
was.
Because that's what it was labeled.
Yeah.
And then the dudes in there talking about him, you know, God damn, he's fucking shredded, you know, that kind of shit.
I mean, he's a small dude, but he did have some.
He was lean.
He had some decent arms.
Yeah, he worked out.
Yeah.
And it looked like he was doing Anavar.
And it's funny, like here, it's funny seeing gay porn with him in it, and I was like, and his voice is exactly the same because you know when he was in Fright Night as Evil Ed, I mean that's pretty much what his voice sounds like. So it's kind of funny, like seeing that. That's why I was kind of curious to see it. I'm like. You know, what's that going to be like, seeing Evil Ed in a porno?
Yeah, in the scene that we watched, it wasn't sex, it was some...
Yeah, it was just like a clip.
It was a clip.
It was just like, he was like a coach or something?
He was like a counselor at a boy's school or something.
Or
they
something.
Were playing tricks with him. And
they'd given him a massage.
Yeah, no, they pretended to give him a massage.
They pretended to give him a massage.
While they were fucking stealing shit.
And then they stole all his clothes and towels and stuff, made him run around
Of course, it was
naked.
just utterly ridiculous. This is supposed to be some boys' school, and the dudes at the school are in their 30s.
They're all like 35.
You know,
I
look
thought
older than him.
I thought it was like a sports team kind of situation, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a porno from the 90s, so it's like it's just some kind of flimsy plot that they can hang a bunch of sex scenes on.
And it was pretty stale. I was getting straight vibes that the dudes were just gay for pay.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, yeah, let's just get this scene over with.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those guys in porn, even in straight porn, are actually real actors. A lot of them. That's why you don't see their faces a lot of times.
Yeah.
Because they're extras, and they work on fucking. Back in the day, they were like on soap operas, like in the background as extras, in the scenes, and they'd show up, and so they had real acting careers, but they didn't pay much. So they'd do porn shoots too, just where they were like a stunt dick. Yeah. You never really saw the dude's face; you just saw his dick and his body, because the straight porn, the girl, it's always focused on the girl.
Yeah,
they never really show the dude. There's some exceptions. The highest paid straight porn stars, male porn stars, are the black guys. The big dick black guys. They fucking make a lot of money. And they allow them to have lines and to have fucking
like personalities.
Characters and personalities. You know who they are. The white dudes are totally generic.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because it's a different sell. The fucking white porn is just made for white dudes, and I guess black dudes to jerk off on his chick. Yeah. They don't care about the dude at all.
Yeah, it's just he's just like a placeholder.
If it's interracial porn, there's got to have some kind of scene behind it, a story, and a kink to it. So those dudes actually have to be able to act a little bit, and you're gonna see their faces. They're like Dredd, They become a fucking legend, And who was the first one that was really? This is back in the fucking 2000s. He married that female porn star, black female porn star. She was fucking Vanessa Blue.
Lexington Steele.
I
liked some of the videos that they did together. Like I liked the stuff they did together.
Lexington Steele and Vanessa Blue together. They were married.
Yeah.
They did some fucking sizzling hot scenes.
Yeah, I liked those.
Fucking Lex was like, he was like one of the first, or in the modern era, the first fucking like male porn superstar, because he was funny.
Yeah,
they let him have a personality on screen because he's doing IR scenes and shit, and he was funny as fuck, and he was constantly #1 for years. He made a lot of money.
You could see why. He was really charismatic.
Yeah. Well, they let him have character.
Yeah.
The white guys weren't allowed. They didn't want them speaking really. They were just like I said.
Well,
they were just a stunt dick.
Yeah.
They were models really.
If I made you a shirt that said stunt dick, would you wear it?
Yeah. But what I was getting at, if we, that's the straight scene. If you're a white guy and wanted to make a lot of money, you had to be in gay porn. They paid those guys.
Yeah.
Some of them got more money than women.
Yeah.
But if you looked at those dudes, if you look at the gay porn stars versus the fucking straight porn stars, there's just no comparison. The gay ones were fucking much better quality.
Yeah, a lot better looking, a lot
better
more
looking, fucking jacked.
Well, like I said, because they're the draw.
They were the draw because they were the center of attention.
Straight porn, the dude is not.
Yeah.
Not really the draw.
So
generic. It doesn't really matter what they look like.
Right.
We got another super chat from Stu Core. Thank you very much. Hi, Tom and Jen. Hope y'all are doing well.
Hey,
well, hey, hope you're doing well too. Yes,
Thanks,
we are
man.
doing well. CB says, Jenny, if you haven't, you should do a Wednesday episode on gay serial killer Herb Baumeister and Fox Hollow Farm. We did do a show about that a long time ago.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about the other day because they just put up a new, what streaming service was it on? Was it on Hulu or Max? I don't remember. Or no, it wasn't Netflix. I think it was Hulu. But they just put up a new miniseries, but I think it was 3 or 4 episodes.
Either Hulu or Tubi.
They had some slight new information, like they found a couple more bone fragments out there on the farm, and like I said, they were trying to say that the one that got away, like that one victim was maybe knew about it or had something to do with it or something like that. So they interview him, and that guy seems like kind of a weirdo. But yeah, we have done a show about that. And then Camp Guy said, I admit he was suspected of dealing snuff films and videos back to the dawn of the VCR era, but I've never seen any real evidence. But yeah, there was that whole box of VHS tapes that they saw in the back of his car, like when he unalived himself. And then later, when they went back to get him, they were gone. So they're not really sure who took them. So they never did find those tapes. They knew that he probably did it because some people said that, and then they went and looked in the closet because they asked his wife. They're like, well, did he? She's like, oh yeah, he videotaped everything. Like, she didn't know about this shit, but he videotaped other stuff like family life.
He what he was doing, probably.
And yeah, and so they suspected that, and she's like, well, if there was any tapes, they would be in this spot. You know what I mean? Because that's where he kept everything. But when they went in there, it was all gone. And there was just a blank space, like in his closet. So they assumed that's where he went. And like I said, the box was in the car, like when he was dead, but later on it disappeared. No one's entirely sure where it went.
He's the guy from the Dollar General.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We didn't go to Dollar General today.
Yeah.
We probably got to go tomorrow because we got to get some more coffee creamer.
Yeah, I got to get some of those Cocoa Krispies.
Tom is on a cereal kick lately, and he goes to Dollar General and gets the bag.
Yeah, the Balto Meal cereal.
I was laughing today because I didn't know you got the one. Is it like a Lucky Charms?
It's a fake
knockoff?
Lucky Charms, yeah.
But it's called Marshmallow Mateys.
Yeah.
Like a pirate kind of.
Yeah.
With a little anchor.
Yeah, they knew what you're talking about.
I just laughed and laughed.
It tastes like the real thing. It tastes just like the real thing. It's cheaper.
I just laughed and laughed. I do like a good bowl of cereal every now and then. I haven't had one in a really long time now that I think about it.
They weren't as good as those fucking chocolate Rice Krispies.
Yeah, like Cocoa Krispies.
Yeah, those are the best ones.
I would probably get the real thing, honestly.
I also liked just like Frosted Flakes too.
Yeah, I like Frosted Flakes, but see, the thing about Frosted Flakes, they're really good, but I only like a little bit of milk on them because they'll get like real soggy, and I'm not about the soggy cereal life. I like cereal that stays like super super crunchy, and I only put like a little bit of milk on it because I used to be grossed out like when we were growing up. My brother used to eat, when he used to eat a cereal, he would fill the thing up with milk and then wait for it to get soggy and then eat it and then drink all the milk, and I thought that was disgusting. Like, I was just like so grossed out by that. I'm like, ew. So honestly, like, my favorite cereals are ones that are like really, like, I like Frosted Mini Wheats, and what is that one? I don't even know if they make it anymore. And Captain Crunch, I like that because that tends not to, if you eat it pretty quick, it doesn't get
I can't
like
eat
super
Captain
soggy.
Crunch. It tears up the roof.
It tears it. Well, everybody says that. It does actually. You have to be really careful.
David says he wants to see Orgasmo. I've seen it, but I forgot what it was about.
Yeah, I kind of remember seeing that.
It was about porn, but it was funny.
Yeah, wasn't it the dudes, the South Park dudes, or am I thinking of something else?
I don't know.
Yeah, Camp Guy said I used to like soggy cereal too. I don't know why. It's just always like grossed me out. So I can't even really eat cereal that gets soggy like really quick. Like, I love Frosted Flakes, but I'll just like put like a spritz of milk on there and like eat them like that. And honestly, sometimes I'll just eat it dry out of the box. Yeah, Guys Who Made South Park. That's what I thought. So I wasn't just like fucking.
Look what Zach said.
Imagining that. Where?
At the bottom.
Oh, peanut butter Captain Crunch was apparently the only thing my mom wanted to eat when she was pregnant with me.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
I like peanut butter Captain Crunch.
It is good, yeah.
That's better than regular Captain Crunch. Better than Crunch Berries too.
I didn't really like the Crunch Berries. I like the plain, and the peanut butter is good too.
Yeah.
But man, they have and like I said, I haven't eaten cereal in such a long time, and it's like when I was in there in Dollar General the other day, and you were looking at the cereal, and I was like, man, they got all these like cool flavors nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I should, like, they got way better shit. I'm still mad. One of my favorite cereals when I was a kid was Waffalo's.
I remember those.
And they haven't made that for 20 years.
Remember Honeycomb?
Yeah. Do they still make that?
I don't know.
That was pretty good.
What was it called? Sugar Crisps or Sugar
Sugar Pops or
No.
What the fuck was the name of
Sugar,
it? The one with the frog on it?
No, it had a little bear.
Oh, it was the bear.
Maybe it did have a frog. I thought it had a little bear on it.
Maybe we're thinking of two different things. There's like Sugar Pops,
Not Sugar Pops.
Crisps, Sugar
Smacks.
Smacks.
Sugar
That's
Smacks.
what it was.
Sugar Smacks. Was that a frog or a bear?
I thought it was a frog.
Yeah, Sugar Smacks. I used to like those. Man, this tooth's getting ready to fall out.
I used to like Cookie Crisp.
That molar back there by my fucking wisdom tooth's wiggling like crazy for fucking a week now. And it won't fall out. Fall the fuck out. I've been fucking biting on it and it sent me through the roof.
Yeah, Phantom said Smacks is the frog cereal. So I was right, okay. I thought it was a frog.
Which was the one with the bear? Was that Honeycomb? No.
I thought Honeycomb was the bee, but no.
One that had a bear.
I mean,
he
you
was
think
a bear in a sweater.
Maybe that was Honeycomb. Maybe another one had the bee. Maybe Cheerios has a bee. Shit, man, now I can't remember.
I remember when it was a bear in a sweater. Hold on.
We got another super chat.
Yeah.
From Stucor from Dollar General. Thank you very much. I love the little dancing fox there. Woohoo! That's like really funny. Zach says, lately I've kind of gotten into those designer granolas for my breakfast cereals. My wallet hates me, but my stomach doesn't. Yeah, I mean, I like super crunchy cereal, like with one they used to make. I don't know if they make this anymore either, because like I said, I haven't bought cereal in a long time. But I used to like Honey Bunches of Oats. They had those big chunks of like granola and had slivered almonds in there. The only thing I didn't like about those was I thought the flakes were a little too thin. Like it needed some big substantial flakes so everything was crunchy. You know what I mean? Because I want all that shit to be crunchy. I don't want any soggy shit in there. Smacky the Frog. Golden Grams. That's the bear cereal. Like, God damn it. You guys remember. Those were pretty good. Those are pretty good. Also, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the shit. That's really good, too. Thank you very much again, Stu Core. Man, you have, like, all the little good... little good things. Oh, thank you very much. Ian England also gave us a very generous super chat. You guys are so awesome. You guys are so awesome. Yeah, Sugar Crisps had the bear. And then... somebody was talking about Golden Grams, too.
What's that?
Golden Grams. Sugar Crisp had the bear.
Yeah. His name was Sugar Bear.
Yeah, that's right, because
Bear.
didn't he have the little song? Can't
Yeah.
get enough super golden crisp or whatever.
Damn, somebody said it's $20.
Yeah, I just said, yeah, Ian England did.
Yeah. Yeah, Sugar Bear.
Sugar Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phantom said Cookie Crisp had the masked robber mascot. Yeah, I remember that.
No, Cookie Crisp had Cookie Jarvis.
That's right.
He was the fucking wizard.
Well, I think at first he did, but then they changed it to the robber later.
Oh, they did? Okay.
I think. How weird that
Cookie Jarvis.
That's right. Cookie Jarvis.
Yeah, stupid. He had a pointed cap and a fucking wand.
All those cereal mascots are fascinating, man. Like if you watch that show, The Foods That Built America or whatever.
More money. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Stu Core. Man, he's sending us all kind of money.
Yeah.
Sending us all kind of money. Y'all are the goddamn best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Another fucking good one. I identified this one from my childhood. I thought I was hallucinating, and then I got on Google and actually found it.
Yeah, see how that goes? You
Yeah, like I wasn't crazy. I remember this fucking commercial of this giant fucking jar of peanut butter with eyes on it, fucking running through the fucking walls and busting down walls and coming into people's house.
Like the Kool-Aid man?
It was Koogly eyes.
Koogly eyes.
I was like, what the fuck? So I Googled that shit, Kugel. And there was a peanut butter-like product. I remember getting it as a kid. I liked it. My mother tasted it. I was a little kid. She goes, that's terrible. And it was flavored peanut butter. They had like chocolate, cinnamon, had a couple other little flavors. But I mostly just liked the commercial. I think more than anything else.
It's like I don't even care if it tastes like shit. The commercial's so cool. I'm gonna eat it anyway.
And I saw all the labels, and it was like bringing back memories. I was like, I'm like 5 or 6, going like, oh yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Kugel with the two O's in Kugel had little irises in them, like they were eyes.
Like googly eyes.
Yeah, Kugel.
That's funny.
And there was even a commercial on YouTube. And in the comments section, they were like, man, I remember this as I was a kid, I was eating it. And they're like, yeah, this shit fucking, man, we loved it then, but that shit tastes like shit. And it was all that same story. Like, yeah, what the hell's wrong with it? Oh, they discontinued it. It says it wasn't peanut butter. They couldn't call it peanut butter.
This is a peanut butter like
It didn't have enough peanut in it.
Yeah.
And it turned out that somebody said, this is the same thing they call peanut butter in England.
See, we talked about this before.
We talked about this before.
Like, because remember when Sandra, the German girl, used to come here, and we were kind of talking about peanut butter because
how good it was,
and like a lot of people in Europe were like, "What the fuck? Like peanut butter is terrible." But then we found out later that they were just getting really shitty peanut butter.
They were getting Kugel.
Like that kind of shit, and I was like, "Well, yeah, that shit sucks.
Oh yeah, it's
get
terrible.
the good stuff."
It has a real kind of artificial texture to it. And it kind of has a weird taste. It's because it's mostly vegetable oil. It's like Crisco with a peanut flavor.
Yeah,
There's not enough peanuts in it.
It's not great.
So
and man, I like super chunky peanut butter. I like chunky peanut butter.
They made it illegal in the United States to call anything peanut butter unless it had a certain percentage of peanuts in it.
Which is fair enough.
Kugel didn't qualify. But nowhere does it say peanut butter. Nowhere.
Yeah.
It just says Kugel.
It's not peanut butter. It's Kugel.
They show it spreading it on bread.
Yeah.
They called it, like a chocolate flavored, peanut butter flavor. It's not peanut butter. It's peanut butter flavor.
Yeah, like I said.
I think one of them was peanut butter and banana flavor.
Ugh.
And it's all just artificially flavored. Kind of like whipped fucking vegetable oil with a little bit of peanuts in it. And that was kind of like the standard for England. That's why I think it has such a bad reputation in England and in Europe.
Yeah, because they're like,
because they were just giving a shit. Yeah, it was nasty.
It's like, yeah, we don't like that either.
Well, I told that story, and a German girl, she was talking about it early, used to listen all the time. What was her name again? Sandra?
Sandra, yeah.
Sandra said, yeah, I went and got some of that fucking American peanut butter. That shit's fucking great. She's like, I can't stop eating it. She's fucking...
Shit, I would just eat it right out of the jar with a spoon.
Eat like a jar a week. Fucking peanut butter. She's asking me what brands to get. What brand, and so I said, get Jif, or get Peter Pan. Oh, what else was the other one? We came up with a couple of them. Planters.
Wait, do they make peanut butter?
I think, yeah.
You'd think they would, because
Jif.
They make peanuts.
Jif.
What's the other one?
Jif, I'm trying to remember.
Pan. There's like 3 big ones.
Peter Pan.
Why can't I remember the other one?
It's the one with the brown label.
Somebody will think of it.
Smuckers. Don't they make
Smuckers makes peanut butter, but that's not what I'm thinking of. Yeah. They're mostly jam. They mostly do like jelly and jam. Skippy.
Skippy. That's it.
Skippy.
That's the main one.
I like Jif the best out of all of them.
Skippy's good.
They're all good. I mean, they're not really that different, I don't think. We got 2 more super chats.
Oh, yes, indeed.
One from David Greener, one from Next Dimension Media.
Making all kinds of money today.
All kinds of money.
Getting rich today.
I know, right?
We're going to have to do a porn scene in here.
Hey, I already got rug burns from the last time.
I'm skinning her the fuck up, man. Throwing her around this place. It was an accident.
We didn't mean it. It's just then later I was like, oh shit. Okay. It's like you scraped my elbow.
Yeah. I was getting it, man.
You were.
Yeah.
Playing World of Horror for PC, it's a great callback to Japanese horror in a black and white style. I love the Japanese indie horror game scene. That sounds really cool. Like, I never heard of that. Next Dimension Media said, been watching movie reactions on YouTube. Funny how the younger gen don't seem to get the dark humor of some of the movies we grew up with.
They don't get a lot of shit.
Although I have noticed...
Depends on where they're from.
Yeah, I have noticed that a lot of... Because Tom watches a lot of those movie reaction things too. And I'm always surprised at how much they seem to like the older movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially foreign people.
Yeah, like I said, it's funny because the one channel that you watch that's the
2 Pakistani guys.
The 2 Pakistani guys.
Yeah.
Like they seem to like all the same
80s action.
They
movies.
love the
Arnold
80s,
Schwarzenegger.
80s action movies.
Yeah. They love Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's what a great actor he is.
And more stuff too. Like they showed him like Silence of the Lambs and that kind of stuff.
Oh, they were fucking went crazy over all the Indiana Jones movies.
Oh yeah, they loved those.
Especially the first one.
They love those
because he goes to Arabia. Oh yeah, he's got friends with Arabs. Remember? Because
they thought that was super cool.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. Oh yeah, he's friends with everybody.
They thought that was super cool.
Yeah. But the thing is they didn't know what the Ark of the Covenant was. I don't think.
Yeah, it's not really a cultural touchstone.
I thought Islam might have it, but I don't think it was mentioned. Maybe it's not mentioned in Islam.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe it's not a thing.
I watched some girls from Vietnam watch that same movie, and they thought, Ark of the Covenant. Oh, that can't be real. They didn't know the story at all.
Yeah.
And then when it turned out the power of God did come out of there, they were kind of like, what are they talking about?
Yeah.
They didn't get it.
Well, like I said, that's kind of a pretty...
Yeah. No Christian influence.
Right.
And if they watch anything like Full Metal Jacket or anything Vietnam War movie, they don't understand what they were seeing at all. It's because they weren't taught that there was a North and South Vietnam.
Oh, okay.
They were just taught that America invaded Vietnam.
Right.
That there was, they don't know that there was a South Vietnam. And then they would see South Vietnamese soldiers and get confused. And they would go, some kind of traitors. You know,
Yeah, that's interesting.
because they're given a communist education.
Phantom says moderator Sandra overdosed on peanut butter and her gravestone is now the shape of a peanut butter
Must
jar.
be. Must be. She was.
I know.
eating
I
all that
wonder
shit.
what happened to her.
I don't know.
She used to be here all the time. Ian England said, my mom used to buy this 100% peanut butter, had no additives, tasted like shit,
Yeah.
needed salt.
Yes, salt, no sugar in it. It's fucking
I
doesn't
mean,
taste
you need
good.
sugar. It needs sugar.
Yeah, you gotta have sugar and you gotta have salt in it.
I mean, as much as I love peanuts just on their own, but they have to be real salty peanuts.
Yeah, if you get just peanuts and grind them into the butter and don't season it, it's kind of it's oily, and it just kind of it doesn't really have a good flavor. It's very base flavored. It needs salt. You taste it, you go, this needs salt, and it definitely needs sweet.
Yeah.
But some people love that shit. But I never liked the real natural peanut butter. You couldn't spread it.
Yeah,
You
you
would
kind
just
of
tear the bread.
well because it would settle. You had to keep it in the fridge.
Yeah, and you had to fucking
And it would
stir
separate,
Yeah.
so you'd have to, like, the oil would go to the top, so you'd have to
Yeah.
stir it. It tasted okay, but, I mean, the other shit is kind of better.
The easiest one to spread was always Jif.
Yeah,
Jif, you could just spread it like butter.
yeah, like
Yeah.
butter. But like I said, I like the chunky
Yeah.
peanut butter.
Well, Jif came in junky
yeah,
too.
I like smooth also. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not picky. I'll eat any kind of peanut
Yeah.
butter, but I mean, my favorite kind is the chunky. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Camp Guy said you can get fresh ground peanut butter at lots of grocery stores. Yeah, I think you might be able to get it at Publix, like up in the front.
Up near the.
I think they make it
it's
in
probably those
there,
little
and it's
plastic-
in those little plastic containers, like
Yeah.
where they have the espresso beans
Yeah.
and all that kind of
They
stuff.
probably also have fucking ground fucking almond butter too.
Yeah.
probably.
Oh yeah, because Zach was saying almond butter and cashew butter. Oh
Yeah.
man, cashew butter is so good. I love cashews. They're so expensive though. Not as expensive as macadamia nuts. Those shits are
That's
really
because
expensive.
each nut represents a fruit.
Yeah.
The cashew, it's like a green
Yeah.
kind of apple thing, and then the cashew nut is hanging underneath it. And in Brazil, that's where it's grown. The little nuts are mostly exported, but the fruit, they eat it. It's kind of the same consistency as a red tomato, but it's green. And it kind of tastes a little bit like honeydew melon.
Hmm.
It's pretty good. But
I don't love
it's
honeydew
real
melon.
soft, so you can't ship it. So
Yeah.
it pretty much stays in South America. And they grind it and add it with water and sugar and make juice out of it. It's called cashew.
Mm.
Yeah, suco de cashew. Cashew juice.
Camp Guy said you can buy pressure sealed Mylar bags of peanuts at Indian grocery stores. Great for prepping and survival. Put one in your car's survival kit if you live in the wilderness. Yeah, because peanuts are good survival food. 12
Yeah.
grams of fat, 8 grams of carb, 8 grams of protein per serving.
So just a jar of peanut butter, though. It lasts a long time.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I
it's
don't.
real concentrated.
Yeah, CB says peanut butter and chocolate is the best. I agree. That's why Reese's peanut butter cups are like the best selling candy and have been
Yeah.
for many, many years. Oracle says, I'm not sure. Is it Zavid or just Zabid or something? Is a fun reactor to watch for horror movies. He's just a hoot to watch. I'm gonna write that down because I don't watch a lot of the reaction kind of stuff, but if it's horror movies, I might. I do like the
Zavid.
yeah,
Yes,
but
I
with
mean,
with 2 Z's.
it's like a David, but with 2 Z's.
So I wasn't sure if the Z was like separate. Yeah, Jeff Yard said, I have a Jif Chunky hidden in my cupboard.
Yeah.
Don't tell my roommate. Yeah, they'll eat it all. Zavid, okay.
Yeah.
Phantom says honeydew melon flavored Italian water ice is really good. I like a lot of like watermelon is one of my favorite things, but honeydew melon, I could take it or leave it. It doesn't have like a real.
It's not a strong flavor.
Yeah,
Subtle.
it's just kind of subtle. So usually, and it's always kind of a thing because whenever you buy like the little mixed melon thing, it's like it'll have watermelon in there, but then it has honeydew melon and cantaloupe, and I'm not a big fan of cantaloupe. Like I can handle, like I love watermelon, honeydew melon is fine, but cantaloupe, there's something about cantaloupe I just really don't like. Like the flavor of it is weird to me. let me see. It's Friday because you all are making me hungry. Yeah, I mean, it would make you even more hungry. Like, Tom made a really good curry earlier. We've been eating on that for like 3 days, I think. And plus, we went back to the local market today and got some more steaks, but we haven't made them yet. Yeah, Jeff Heard said, I know folks who hate chocolate and PB mixed together. Those people have something wrong with them. I mean, honestly. They also hate chocolate and mint. I love them both. No, I love chocolate and mint. I love mint pretty much anything. But I didn't realize this, but there's like a whole contingent of people out there that really hate mint. And there's also another contingent of people that really hate coconut. And I'm sitting there going, I don't know. I don't understand how that could be. I mean, mint and coconut are two of the most delicious things ever. So I don't really get it. But, you know, everybody's different, I guess. Well, hello there. Says, did you eat Vienna sausages when you were little? I did, but it was largely against my will. My dad used to love them, man. Like, and he had cans of them all the time. And he would pull them out with a fork and eat them with mustard and stuff. And every now and then, like, hey, you can have one of stuff. And I'm just like, bleh. I don't like that. It's just, I have a weird thing about canned meat. I'm not a big fan of canned meat. That's why I can't really get excited about Spam, or I don't know. There's something weird about canned meat to me. I don't mind, because we do have just in the cupboard, like in the pantry, we do have like canned chicken, and we've used that before. Like because we have these other little bags of like ready-made like Indian food and stuff, and you can mix canned chicken in there. And it actually tastes pretty good. You know, and every now and then we'll make chicken salad with it or something like that, and it's not too bad. So I don't have a problem with that. And I'll eat tuna out of a can. I don't have a problem with that. But like for some reason, I don't know, man. Like Vienna sausages, that always just kind of grossed me out. You know, like any kind of potted meat, like because my grandfather used to always eat that kind of. It's always had like kind of hash kind of stuff in there, and I was just like, wow. Yeah, Ian says Spam is delicious. Tom loves Spam, so it's all right. Like if you fry it and like eat it with eggs, like for breakfast, it's pretty good. But it's like, I don't know, it's just too salty for me. And we've even got like the low salt one, and that's still like too salty for me. And I love salt, you know what I mean? But I'm just like, it's too much. Gives me a little bit of heartburn, to be honest. Oracle says, I cooked up a pork tenderloin tonight. We do that sometimes too. Seasoned with black pepper, herbs de Provence, granulated garlic, and a little salt. That sounds delicious. Zach says, once I tried mint chocolate chip ice cream, put a couple scoops of almond butter in with it. Oh my god, so good. Ooh, that sounds really good. I usually get, when we go to the Chinese buffet, I always get mint chocolate chip ice cream, and they have like crunched up peanuts, and I always put like a bunch of peanuts on top. That's like really good.
Okay, back.
Yeah, Phantom says the mint I can't really stand are candy canes. Oh, I love mint anything. Mint anything.
I put candy canes and mint ice cream. It was really good.
Yeah, because peppermint stick ice cream is one of my favorite things. Although I think out of all the ice creams that you've made with the ice cream maker that we have, I think the best one is he made mint ice cream and then put cookies in it.
Yeah. It was better than chocolate.
But the thing about it is that he put the cookies you put in there were like knockoff Oreo type cookies.
Yeah.
Like sandwich cookies.
Yeah.
And they didn't have a flavor other than just like, chocolate or whatever. But when you put them in the mint and you eat it, it tastes just like Thin Mints. Like the Girl Scout cookie. They're not, but they taste just like that.
They were actually Clover Valley, which is Dollar Store.
That's the Dollar General brand.
Dollar General Store. Oreo knockoffs. They're good. Just lay them all out and cut them in quarters. Put them in your ice cream maker in the very final minutes of the mix. And then just... Because I tried actual real chocolate, and it gets so cold that it gets rock hard. It'll break your fucking teeth. But little chocolate cookies, though, no, man, they'll crumble. They're nice in your mouth, Yeah. At low temperature. You got to consider temperature,
But yeah, I think that was the most... I mean, the coffee ice cream you make is really good, too. He made one today.
I considered it... The chocolate that is in mint chocolate chip ice cream is shaved.
Yeah, it's just like little tiny.
Yeah, so I'd have to get a fucking dark chocolate bar and use like
and just shave it really thin.
Yeah, like a potato peeler, and do that. That's how you would do it. Because that's the only way you can keep from breaking your teeth. It freezes.
Yeah, it does get really hard.
Yeah, that's what I made today.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and I'm gonna say right out the gate, I'm not usually a huge fan of fruit ice creams or sherbets or anything like that. Like, I'll eat them, but it's not my favorite thing. But he made one today, and you made it with whey.
Whey that was the byproduct of making the yogurt, which is making it in a Instapot. So I end up with like more than a half gallon of whey every time I make that shit. So I was mostly drinking it, like making a smoothie out of it, and that's my protein drink.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than that dry protein crap that they try to sell bodybuilders. That's just overpriced, and that's low quality whey. This is fucking highest quality whey. I found I can make ice cream with it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And guess what I asked? I asked Grok 3. Grok 3 AI. I said, I got this fresh whey, man. I'm yielding almost a gallon of it every time. He's like, and can I make ice cream with it? You sure can. And he starts fucking sending me all kinds of recipes. 2 cups of whey, 1 cup of cream in the ice maker with a 3/4 of a cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Let it roll. When it comes out, it's the finest vanilla frozen yogurt-ish type flavor. Almost kind of like cheesecake. Didn't it kind of taste like cheesecake?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, kind of like that. But it comes out. I put fucking raspberries in it today. Gave it to her.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not a big fan of fruit ice cream, and I'm not a big fan of raspberries, but that shit was fucking delicious.
Yeah.
Delicious.
We got a super chat.
I know. Thank you very much. The Shaby.
Okay, the Shady.
The Shaby.
What'd she say?
With a B. Says, now I want ice cream.
Yeah, this is what you do.
Or wait a minute, we got another super chat too from Zach. Another one.
Yeah, what'd you say?
Pecan Sandies. Or pecan Sandies.
Pecan Sandies, yeah.
My grandma's favorite kind of cookie, and I love them too. I don't know. I don't care if it's an old lady snack. If it is, well, I'm an old lady.
They're good.
But I love pecan Sandies.
Yeah,
man.
made by Keebler.
Oh my god, they're so good. Yeah, they're like shortbready, and I love shortbread cookies.
Yeah.
I will eat Lorna Doones all day long, which is an even more old lady kind of cookie.
Yeah.
But I don't care because they're delicious. I bought a box of them to take to the movies a couple months ago. Actually, we were in CVS, and I'm just like, ooh, I want some Lorna Doones because they come like in that big long box.
Okay, the Shady. This is what you do. Go on Amazon and get you the Cuisinart ice cream maker.
I gotta pee.
Man, the new Cuisinart ice cream maker is fucking badass. It'll make a half gallon of ice cream. And it's not like back in the day where you needed ice and salt or anything. No. The bin that you make the ice cream in is thick. It's a big bin, and it's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick all the way around it. And it's got that gel in there that's from inside of ice packs. And you take that thing and you put it in your freezer. I got 2 of them, so I can make a gallon of ice cream. You put that in your freezer, you keep it in there. You can get a little rubber lid for it you can put on it. When that thing's fucking good and fucking frozen, like I said, I keep mine in the freezer downstairs in the garage. You can put it in the maker, it just spins it, and it's got this fucking paddle you put in there, and it's got a lid, and the lid has a fucking open top on it. Once it's running in there, you can pour your ice cream ingredients in there and come back fucking in 45 minutes later, and you got soft serve ice cream. You just take a spatula and you put it in the ice cream containers that you can get off of fucking Amazon and put them in the freezer. It's real good. Or you can just eat it soft serve. I've been making all kinds of ice cream. Coffee ice cream, which is the same as vanilla ice cream. You just add fucking freeze-dried coffee to it. Just 1 or 2 tablespoons and a little bit of salt, like a half a teaspoon of salt, or a teaspoon of salt. Real
that
good.
coffee ice cream is really
She
good.
loves my coffee ice cream.
Yeah.
Or you make a vanilla ice cream and then just fucking add peppermint oil, a little bit of green food coloring I got from the store. and it'll turn into mint. Then in the final few minutes, you throw all those cookies in there. Let them mix in. Then you grab a spatula and you put them all in the containers, put the lids on them, put them in the freezer. I got about a gallon of ice cream in there right now. Some of it's frozen yogurt, some of it's ice cream. Actually, it's not frozen yogurt, it's frozen whey, which is it's almost all protein. Good for you. And she doesn't like that shit.
No, I don't.
But you liked that, didn't you?
Yeah, that came out really good. Like, you made some with coffee.
Yeah, it's not good with
which
coffee.
Was okay, but not great. But the raspberry was much better. Yeah, it has like a weird tang to it that it didn't really work out with the coffee. But with fruit, it all came together.
The next one I'm going to try is with lemon.
Oh, now that would be really good.
Lemon with the lemon cookies.
Well, yeah, because you made that before, didn't you? Like lemon
ice cream.
Well, that's what I mean. Like you made lemon ice cream with lemon cookies in it. That was also really good.
I'm going to use lemon whey.
See, so that's an exception because Phantom was saying earlier that that one of the ice creams like black cherry.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'll make an exception for black cherry stuff because I'll eat anything black cherry flavored. Yeah. I love that. I will also make an exception for lemon.
Yeah.
Because I love lemon. Anything.
All right, Shae, that ice cream maker off Amazon delivered, I think it was around $80. You can get an extra bin for $45. So I bought an extra. After I've used the machine a couple times, I'm like, I want another one.
Yeah.
That way I can make 2 half gallons back to back.
Yeah, like different flavors. So you can
different
have, like,
flavors,
variety,
yeah.
You know.
I don't have to wait for it to refreeze. And I bought the lids, and there's a whole bunch of little containers made for making ice cream. You can get them on Amazon. The one that I found is the kit with the 4 cups.
Yeah.
And that's a half gallon is 4 cups, and each little cup has a lid. They're about that big. Well, I like those because they're already in individual servings. You don't need to scoop it out.
Yeah, it's like much better because you just scoop them into these little cups and it's like exactly
the right
the right size.
Yeah,
like for one person.
So what I can do is I can just go in the freezer and just toss her one, and I take one, and I don't have to worry about getting.
And then we just cuddle up on the bed, watching true crime, watching ice cream, like eating ice cream.
I bought a bunch of other containers, like half-gallon containers, quarter-gallon containers. I use them, man, but they're just not as handy.
Because you gotta like put this to scoop it out and put it in a bowl and stuff like that.
Gotta scoop it out and put it in a bowl. It gets old.
Yeah, because we're kind of like. We like convenience, man.
Yeah.
That's why we buy all those like Little Debbie's and Hostess treats and stuff because they're all just individually wrapped,
They're little, yeah.
In the evening, you just like, hey, want a snack? You just run in there and fucking. Yeah. He just throws me one across the bed. You know what I mean? Zach says Grandma also used to make those round wedding cookies. Oh, those are so good. When the family would come over for Thanksgiving or Christmas, haven't had them in forever. Yeah, my grandma, my maternal grandmother, who has since passed away, sadly. Every single Christmas, she would make a whole bunch of different kinds of cookies. And, like, she made hundreds and hundreds of cookies. And she would put a selection of them in bags and give them to all of her children, adult children, of which she had 8. All of their children, of which there were roughly 40,000. And also their children. And I don't even know how many there are. So she made like tons and tons, and they were, oh man, they were so good. We always like looked forward to that like every single year. So it's kind of a bummer she's not. I mean, she lived to a ripe old age. She was in her 90s, and she was, she was pretty spry like right up until the end. So, but yeah, I think I probably talked about it on the show. Like I went to the funeral a while back. Probably was like last year. I feel like it was. I don't remember. Time doesn't mean anything anymore. Papa77 said, guess I don't need to do a super chat today. Yeah, everybody's kind of like stepping up. Everybody's stepping up.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Tom appreciates it. We all appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you guys are killing it with super chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for such a small audience, got some dedicated people, we'll have dry spells for a while, but a lot of it has to do with the economy. Back when the economy was good, 6 years ago, we were when we first started streaming, yeah, we'd do like a couple hundred a stream.
Well, it's like I said, after if you do it every... Well, and the thing about it, too, is that you have to consider that we stream 3 times a week.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't have...
Right.
People get sick of looking at us, probably.
Well, we were only streaming 1 time a week when we did that. And you see, we had never streamed before.
Yeah.
I think we had 60, 70, 80 people in the streams. Back when we were making that kind of money.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was a larger audience because we didn't do it that much.
We didn't do it that often. And people were like, they're like, this is what you guys look like? They're like, man, we didn't really...
I always kind of wonder... Well, because I have this,
they
too.
Know what we
like,
look like.
Well, because sometimes, like, I'll listen to a podcast or something like that for, like, a really long time, like, before I go and see what the person looks like.
Yeah.
They never look like what I expect. I don't know. If you'd asked me to draw them, I don't know what I would have drawn. Yeah, but it's like, I'm always surprised. I'm like, huh.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? Papa77 gave us one. He said, I'll do one anyways. LOL. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's really funny.
Yeah, that ice cream maker. I'm telling you, Papa, that ice cream maker, man, paid for itself. But if you like ice cream, I make sherbet in it too.
We make so much ice cream.
Yeah, sherbet is nothing but just...
I'm surprised we're not both 400 pounds.
Yeah, sherbet's nothing more than just a bunch of sugar water and some fruit flavoring in it. That's pretty much what all it is.
I mean, it's not like we're just like shoveling down ice cream every day.
No.
It's like we'll eat a little cup like that like
One
every few days or something.
Yeah.
It's like we had one earlier today, but I think it's been a couple days.
The worst for you would be sherbet. It doesn't have any fucking nutritional value. It's just sugar.
I don't really like sherbet that much.
I like it. I love the flavor.
I know you do,
but if you're dealing with whey, that's protein. That's fucking high protein. That's like eating a piece of meat.
It's like health food, really, if you think about it.
Yeah. Well, it's got sugar in it, but that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, sugar's not.
We work out.
Sugar's not going to kill you.
We work out. We're on gear. We can metabolize sugar easy.
Oh, I'm going to say too, another fruit ice cream that I actually really like is at the Indian restaurant. They have mango ice cream.
I'll make it.
And I hate mangoes.
It's sherbet though.
But
no. It's got dairy in it. It's got
yeah.
It's got dairy.
Well, they do like Memories of India does a classic mango ice cream, and they make it in house, and it is to die for. It's divine.
I forgot all about that.
At Fifth Element, they do mango ice cream, but it's soft serve, and that is also really good. Not quite as good as Memories of India, but it's still pretty good. Yeah. And like I said, I cannot stand mangoes. They taste like perfume to me. It must be a cilantro thing, although I love cilantro. But
she's talking about a certain thing with your tongue. There's some people have a
mangoes taste really weird to me, like not like food.
It tastes good to me.
But the mango ice cream they have at that Indian restaurant is amazing.
That's because it's very mild.
It's so good. Like it doesn't really even taste like mangoes. I can't.
It does. It's just very mild.
Yeah, I can't put my finger on what it does taste like. But it doesn't give me that Yeah, it's kind of a rosy kind of taste. Yeah. But it's delicious. Shavy says, I'm from Southeast Texas. My favorite small treat as a kid was Petit Fours. Oh, man. Yeah. I fucking love Petit Fours. My grandmother, my paternal grandmother, used to buy me a box every single Christmas because I always asked for them.
Me and Jen are children of the South. We're rednecks. Our version of the Petit Fours deviled eggs. Fucking used to love those things, man.
That's nothing like a Petit Four.
It's little things you can pick up and eat.
Well.
Yeah, that's the redneck version of a Petit Four is a deviled egg.
I also love deviled eggs.
I could eat half a dozen of those. I could eat a dozen of those easy.
I probably could too.
Yeah.
With lots of paprika.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny? Because sometimes, like I said, when we go to like one of the Chinese buffets, like Ichiban or something, like on the salad bar, a lot of times they'll have deviled eggs like with paprika on them. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck it. And I'll just like put some salad shit out there and like put a bunch of them on there and just eat that.
I'm so focused on eating beef and shit when I'm there that I forget about that. We haven't been in a while.
That's true. We haven't been there. We used to go like every weekend.
I almost want to go to the other one.
What, Koi Wan?
Koi Wan.
It's so far.
It's
but like,
far.
yeah,
we haven't been in a long time.
That's true. Other day we went to, because remember how, I don't know if we brought this up or not, but the market that we go to that has all the local meat, they have a food truck across the street. And so last weekend, we were like, well, let's go see what that food truck is all about.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was okay. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. It's just that it was overpriced.
Yeah, and the thing about it, like, you have to wait a long time because they basically only have one person working in there.
And the chickens are yelling at you.
Yeah, they have a rooster and a hen.
That chicken fucking yelled at me the whole time. Yeah,
We were feeding them French fries and
Yeah.
whatnot. I don't know if chickens can eat French fries.
he ate it.
He ate it, so I guess.
Yeah.
But they were underneath the food truck, and the rooster just kept yelling.
Yeah.
And then finally they came out and started walking around. But, you know, you had to wait a while. So we had to wait like 15, 20 minutes, which that's not a big deal. And I got a mahi-mahi sandwich, and you got
Chicken tikka sandwich.
chicken tikka, like a sandwich, like it was inside naan.
Yeah. Two
And-
of them. They're like a little taco kind of thing.
Yeah, it was like a taco, but with naan bread and
It was
like
naan
chicken
bread,
tikka.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Like I said, they were pretty good, but I will say that between that, and then we got like tea, and I think it was like $27.
Yeah.
So
For $27, there's a lot of shit around here you could eat.
yeah, I kind of feel
So
like
good.
it's a little bit expensive, like for what you get.
For what you got. And the weight was the thing. I mean, that should have just flown out of that fucking truck.
Yeah.
They weren't even busy. So whoever was working back there was a cook, but not a... I don't think he was pro. I think that was one of the dudes from the fucking deli.
Yeah, because it was weird because
Yeah.
we ate at the food truck, and then we went back across the street to buy some stuff at the store, like at the market, and the same girl that was taking the orders in the food truck was now over,
Yeah.
like, checking people out. So I guess they just have people come back and forth, like, to the food
Yeah.
truck from that store.
Yeah, this little store that I'm talking about has its own butcher shop, and it's all local beef.
Yeah.
And you can get good fucking beef there for pretty reasonable. We got 4 top sirloins for under $20. It came in packages of 2. I think one was $7. The other one was like $8.
Something like that.
Top sirloin. We've got New York strips in there. I think we had 2 big New York strips for about 15.
Something like that.
Something
But yeah,
like
the meat in there is really
Meat's
reasonable.
good, yeah. I cook it out there on a grill.
Everything else is priced about the same, or a little
Yeah.
bit higher even.
Chateaubriand had
But
those.
the meat is a good price.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
just go there when we want steaks.
Yeah, no, was it Chateaubriand? No, what? No, it wasn't Chateaubriand. What was it? Yeah, it was Chateaubriand, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Isn't that cut that I got?
No, you didn't get. I don't know what you got. I
No,
don't remember.
what was that?
I don't
No,
remember. what you-
porterhouse.
That was
Porterhouse.
last time. Yeah.
Last time. We
Yeah.
got this porterhouse.
You got a porterhouse. Yeah.
Porterhouse, that's what it was. They got filet mignon there too.
Yeah.
But it's kind of high. It's kind of high.
It's a little steep.
I think it's like fucking
That's what I always get when I go
$15,
to
$16
when I go
a
to the
pound.
steakhouse. I always get that because I just eat a small one.
Yeah. A lot of pork. They had good sausage, but the price really wasn't any cheaper.
It was
than
the same because we were in Publix before
Yeah.
that because we were getting some creamer and stuff, and I know and the sausage in that market was the same as they
Yeah.
were in Publix.
It's a good brand. I forgot what the name of that brand.
It's Johnsonville.
Johnsonville, yeah.
I think that costs about the same. It's $6.99 for like a.
4 or 5 of them.
I think there's 5 or 6 of them like in a package or whatever.
Make real good fucking kielbasa or good with pasta. Got Italian sausage. They got fucking bratwurst.
Papa says, "Can we talk about porn or sex now? Because I'm
Yeah.
getting way too hungry."
Yeah.
I know we went off talking about food.
All I gotta do is ask a question. We're gonna talk about porn or sex.
Yeah, and then Jeff Yard said maybe we can talk about sploshing. I believe that's having sex while eating.
Never heard of that one.
I have heard that
Never
term,
heard of that
but
one.
yeah. Well, some people don't. Some people have a fetish for that, like watching people eat and shit. I don't really like watching people eat. I think it's kind of gross.
Nah.
They used to gross me out, like when I was a kid, like in the cafeteria and stuff. Especially like little kids. You remember like back in the day when little kids, when you get like your lunch tray, and some kids would like mix all their shit together, like just to be gross.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
That was just at your school, I guess.
Ugh. And I was like, ugh, do you want me to hurl? Because I'm gonna. I never bought lunch at school. I always brought it. I always brought sandwiches.
I remember years ago, they were having girls fucking like on Twitch who would like be eating. The whole video was them just eating, like mukbang videos.
Yeah.
And then it got pretty ridiculous. They'd be in bathing suits in a fucking inflatable swimming pool in their living room eating.
That's good. You just like doing.
Fuck is this all
Don't
about?
get messy.
They'll just do anything to get a guy to watch the fucking screen.
I know. Funny.
Yeah.
I could do eating videos.
Yeah, mukbang. And they got the fucking camera right there and the fucking microphone right there. I guess it's kind of like AMSR. They like the sound of all that fucking smacking and chomping and shit.
I guess. Like I said,
Crazy.
that kind of grosses me out.
I guess it's a fetish thing.
It is, yeah. Just like a lot of things. Zach said this chat is going to make me fat.
Yeah.
And he said something else I haven't had in ages, molasses cookies.
Yeah, I've had those. Those are good.
Man, I haven't had those in a long time either.
I haven't had pralines and cream.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Or pralines.
Pralines.
Yeah. It's a fucking Louisiana fucking sugar cookie with fucking pecans in it. It's just kind of like dried up. What's the best way to do it? Toffee. Kind of like toffee.
Yeah.
But it's gritty. Not really gritty. What's good? It's just got a weird texture to it.
Camp Guy said, my Indian grocery store has the hottest pre-made refrigerated section sambar soup. I can't imagine anyone but an Indian buying that product.
Yeah.
And then CB said, I did the challenge curry called the Widowmaker. I managed 3 bites before I had to quit. The record is 9 bites, I think. I can't eat hot food anymore. Honestly, I was never a huge fan of real hot food. I know people I like a little bit spicy.
Yeah.
But there comes a point where it's like I actually just like to enjoy my food, not endure it.
Well, I enjoy it, though.
Yeah. I don't. And like I said, it always like messes my stomach up, so.
When I was young, yeah, it kind of does that to me now. But I have take the antacids pills, you know.
Like prior.
Yeah. Drink some
Even
milk.
if I did that, I don't think it would help. But, you know. Yeah. Somebody said, Shaby says 2-track mind, sex or food. Oh, and serial killers. Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Oscar's telling us to watch The Monkey. I do want to see that. Maybe we can go this weekend and see it. I don't know. I know I said that last time, but I have been wanting to see that, actually.
The restroom.
Jeff Yard said a friend of mine makes good money on OnlyFans doing mukbang eating videos.
That's ridiculous.
His clients even pay for his food. Huh. That seems like it would be a pretty easy thing to do. It's like, hey, just watch me eat some ramen. You know? I could do that. Like, I don't know what it entails. Hugo says, I put fries inside the hamburger. My girl doesn't like it. That sounds good, honestly. I do that sometimes. I actually like hamburgers if you put potato chips in there. I think that's good. Or actually any kind of sandwich, like a ham and cheese sandwich or something like that, like putting potato chips in there. Tom made me a ham and cheese the other day, like grilled, and we had some leftover dill pickle Lay's potato chips, and I kind of put a few of those in there, like made it, and man, that was really good. That was really good. Put some nice crunch in there, man. Honestly, I love those fucking. Every time we go down to Circle K to the Subway. Like, we don't, because I know you can get, like, the sandwich and you get, like, a little bag of chips with it. We're like, fuck that. We're getting the big bag. We get, like, a whole bag, because it'll last, like, a few days. And we always get the dill pickle ones, because those are delicious. Delicious. Now Tom's going to want to do that, like, later. I think I just ate the last of the dill pickle chips, like, today or yesterday, maybe. So they lasted, like, a week.
Who was that was talking about the mukbang on fucking OnlyFans?
Jeffy Art.
Jeffy Art? Okay.
Yeah, I was like, shit, man. It's like, maybe I need
Thought
to
that
do
might have been Zach.
Maybe I need to do that. Get in there and just, like, make some videos of me eating.
It's a straight mukbang or it's a gay mukbang?
What's the difference?
I don't know.
I'm eating this gaily.
I thought it might have been Zach saying that. And I was going to ask him if that was a gay-coded mukbang. Because then I could go on OnlyFans and it'd be like, straight man tries gay mukbang.
Oh my god.
I had the burrito and shit. I'm like,
not gonna lie, I'd probably watch that.
You'd watch that shit, yeah. Giving sexy eye to the camera, going like that. If I'm eating that damn burrito.
Eating a burrito. Kind of licking the end of it.
Yeah. I got some other dude. What's it feel like? What's it taste like? How is it?
Yeah.
As a straight man, what's that burrito taste like?
Yeah, you're gonna have to eat all kinds of like dick-shaped foods, bananas and hot dogs and popsicles. That would be fucking hilarious. You could have like a whole sideline in that town.
Yeah, they're paying me like fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars a year.
Do it.
Straight man does gay mukbang.
Do it.
And it's like a torture test. They're giving me all these things that I got to do in the mukbang. You know what I mean? All of them is like slightly gay.
Just slightly.
It's forcing me to do it. I'm like, no.
They're
paying me and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I have to.
Well, I guess I gotta fucking relent.
Oh my god, that's hot.
Yeah. That's the idea. I need that money.
Phantom says straight man tries to eat a kielbasa in one bite.
yeah, weird shit like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be stuff like that.
Yeah.
You could probably come up with all kind of stuff.
I'd have to put some kind of reverse spin on it.
Yeah. Like I said.
And like laser narrow target that shit down to a certain demographic that'll pay me all kinds of money.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Target some like rich people that are into that kind of stuff. Oh my god. Yeah, Jeffy Hart said it was likely a gay mukbang. He's also a big boy. I was in his apartment when he had a client pay for an entire pizza.
Okay.
It was wild.
Explain to me how a gay mukbang goes. How is that coded? What's the difference between a gay mukbang and a fucking straight mukbang?
Yeah, isn't it just somebody eating? Isn't it just somebody eating, or is
just
there
somebody
more,
eating?
or is there more to it?
Just
I didn't think there was more to it. I just thought there was
eating. Yeah. They have bodybuilders fucking making money fucking doing mukbangs.
Because my problem is that I can't eat much in one sitting. So it's just, so I'd get in trouble. Like if somebody like was like, hey, I'll pay you all this money to like eat a whole pizza, I would not be able to do that.
They had a guy.
Throw up.
They had a guy in the scene. His name was Kie Muscle, and he was a black guy about my size. He was little short black guy, about 5'6", but he had fucking huge arms, fucking huge chest and shit. Probably about my age. He wasn't a young guy, and he made mukbang videos. He made all different kinds of videos, working out videos, mukbang videos. He was funny, and then all of a sudden he ended up in the hospital, and fucking they got the camera on him and fucking yeah, I pushed it too hard. I was on so much gear, this and that, my heart, and this and that. He fucked himself up taking a whole bunch of steroids and shit.
Well,
and fucking, and he goes, but his friends are on there, and he says, I don't think it had anything to do with those steroids. I think it was all those mukbang videos you were eating. You were eating entire fucking bowls of ramen, huge fucking soup bowls with like 7 ramen packs in it.
Oh my
fucking,
god.
Yeah, and fucking like
how
packs and packs of hot dogs and fucking
I can barely eat one bowl.
He put a fucking gallon of chili on top of that and all kinds of shit, and he'd because he was just trying to get so big, you know.
It's like that ridiculous YouTube
Eating
channel.
like crazy. What's
that?
It's
like that ridiculous YouTube channel where they make things that are like 1,000,000 calories.
Yeah,
like the world's biggest
exactly
lasagna and shit like that.
Yeah, his bodybuilder friends was like, I don't think it was a steroid. I think it was all those mukbang videos.
Probably.
It's like, dude, you were eating like fucking, you know, huge fucking bowls of ramen with chili on them, and fucking packs of, you know, fucking 2 packs of fucking hot dogs in there, you know. And he's like, well, yeah, it might have been that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I love food, okay?
Yeah.
I love to eat. But, like I can't really eat a lot in one sitting.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes, like, if we go to a restaurant, like, I don't understand how some people can do, like, appetizer, entree, dessert. I can't eat all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I can...
Yeah.
The entree, I can usually manage to eat most of the entree. But honestly, like, we go to that Thai restaurant sometimes. We don't get appetizers. We did the first time, and I was like, that was a mistake because it was too much food.
Yeah.
But I'll get something like, I'll get one of their delicious curries, or I'll get like pad Thai or something.
We're going tomorrow.
And I usually cannot finish it.
Yeah, tomorrow we're going to get some Thai food.
I usually cannot finish it. So it's like, so usually I have to, so I can usually eat about half to 2/3, and then I'll take the rest of it home, and like hours later I'll eat the rest of it.
Yeah.
But it's like, and the same thing with Subway, like I can... Sometimes, if I haven't eaten much that day, I can eat a whole foot long, but normally I cannot. Normally I eat half, and then I put the rest in the fridge and eat it later, because otherwise, like I said, I'll barf. CB said, this chat talking about my 3 favorite things, eating, sex, and masturbating. That's probably my favorite.
Papa77 says it's not gay if it involves money or cocaine.
Okay, well.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
That's
so
a good
you got
rationalization,
a pass.
Yeah.
Jeff Yard said, I believe it was a gay mukbang because it was a pepperoni and sausage pizza.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Jeff Yard says he likes spaghetti and chili. Yeah, fucking Kali was eating like...
My grandma used to make it like that.
He was eating packs of fucking ramen. And then he didn't put the fucking seasoning on them. He put chili on it and fucking... whole fucking... You know, how many hot dogs are in a pack? Like 12?
8?
No, more
Is
than
it
that,
8?
12.
Maybe it's 12.
Or at least 10. 10.
Maybe it's 10.
10, yeah.
Well, no, because there's 8 buns. So everybody complains. It's like, why is there only 8 buns and then there's 10 hot dogs?
Yeah, so it's 10.
So you have to keep buying. You have to, buy a bunch.
They know what they're doing.
To make it even out.
And he'd have, 20 hot dogs in it. Fucking diced up.
How does your stomach even fit all of it?
And then in cans of chili. And fucking Kali was fucking ghetto, man. He was fucking ghetto. He was eating dirty. This is like shit you'd get from Dollar General store. And he'd work out like fucking crazy, and he was on a fucking shit ton of gear. He looked good. He was all fucking muscle. Little bitty dude, fucking no legs really. Little bitty skinny waist, huge fucking shoulders, fucking big pecs, fucking big fucking arms. Huge. He was funny too. You know, black dude, beard. And he would just sit there and just fucking eat. It was fucking, and would sell the mukbang. I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna sell a mukbang videos.
I mean, might as well.
And I think that's what it was.
You gotta eat anyway.
He's had a minor heart attack. And some experts, other guys came in and says, you gotta realize what you were eating, man, and you're on gear. He says your fucking cholesterol must have been fucking through the fucking roof,
oh,
dude.
I'm sure.
He says you can't eat dirty like that when you're on gear. You gotta eat nice, clean food, you know. Broccoli and chicken, you know, that kind of shit. Keep the shit real simple.
Kind of the classic.
You kind of broccoli chicken, man. Keep the shit simple. But eating what he was eating, it was just like fucking, give me the damn Clover Valley dollar store fucking chili. Yeah, put that on it. Fucking Jeff Yard says he likes chili and spaghetti. I like chili and spaghetti when that's what I order. If I order spaghetti and I'm thinking it's Italian spaghetti and fucking chili and spaghetti,
what are you even doing?
Yeah. And I think I've said this before. In a pinch, I'll take spaghetti with chili. If the chili's good, then that's good too. I'll take spaghetti, but what I really want is elbow macaroni, chili mac. That's a lot better.
It is, I agree.
It's a lot better like that.
And it's not my favorite thing. Like,
No.
I'll eat it, but it's not really.
I associate that with truck stops.
Yeah.
That's usually where you get it.
I'm always just kind of like, that's just something like we would eat growing up, you know what I mean? It's like you'd have the Chef Boyardee, because I think Chef Boyardee does a chili mac,
Like a
don't they?
chili
like
mac,
in a can.
Yeah.
And I'm not hating on Chef Boyardee.
Yeah, they actually got better.
Yeah, because every now and then when I used to work at that print shop back in 2013, 2014, there was a 7-Eleven next door, and every now and then I would forget to bring something for lunch, so I'd go over to 7-Eleven, and it's like they had those little things you could just stick in the microwave, you know, they're about that big.
Yeah, they were good.
Had like ravioli and stuff, and those were actually pretty decent.
Actually, another one that got good was Franco American. They had like a new classic series. By the time
See, I remember really not liking that when I was a kid.
Franco American towards the late
the sauce was too watery.
Towards the mid 90s, no, they had a dark red, rich sauce with a bunch of oregano.
So they got their shit together.
They got their shit together by 96. It was good.
There was a
better than Chef Boyardee.
There was a I think they talked about Franco American a little bit because they were talking about SpaghettiOs on that Food That Built America show.
Yeah. On
History, which I watched it on Hulu, but you know, it was on the History Channel.
The Franco American I was buying, I was a salesman at the time up in Boston, and they had a machine around the corner from where I worked inside a store that kept them hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would get they had ravioli, and then they had rotini.
Okay.
And it came in a can, and it had a pop top on it. It was only a couple bucks, and I was like, man, that shit was good. And it had ground beef in it. It was good.
I always kind of liked the Chef Boyardee ravioli.
Yeah.
That was probably the best one. It seemed like we always had ravioli, beefaroni, and spaghetti meatballs.
Yeah.
Spaghetti meatballs are pretty good. Spaghetti's kind of mushy, but I actually didn't mind that. You know what I mean? Yeah, DVD Dragon said it wasn't the ramen, it was the trenbolone sandwiches. They gave him a heart attack, I mean. Ah, trenbolone.
Yeah, Phantom saying Kie Muscle had that heart attack from his diet. I think so too.
Yeah, I mean, you can't eat like that all the
Phantom
time.
knows who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I
Phantom says he also did gay porn under the name Chuck Basher. He was on the Maury Povich show to scare kids straight from going to prison.
Oh, I didn't know that. He was doing gay porn? That's funny.
Now we're going to have to look that up.
I have to look that up. Chuck Basher, huh? Okay.
Chuck Basher.
Chuck Basher. I didn't know he did gay porn.
That's really funny.
Although that... no, that checks out, you know what I mean? If that's true. I'm just assuming that you're telling me the truth. But...
Why would he lie to you?
Yeah. that goes all the way back to the very beginning of bodybuilding in the fucking late 1800s or late 1800s with fucking or maybe it might have been the early 1900s. Eugen Sandow. He's the one where you get the Sandow Awards when you go to the fucking Olympia. He was a good dude and fucking he was married and everything but his wife fucking disowned him, basically. They didn't really get a divorce. I think he was an Austrian or something. Prussian. I don't remember exactly where. Somewhere in Germany, around that area. Old parts of Europe. I think the country that he came from, I don't think it exists anymore.
Hey, sorry.
Like Prussia or something. But his wife fucking said, "Oh, fuck him," you know. She wouldn't actually come out and say what he did, but she just said he was unspeakable.
Well, shit, and that's not good.
Most people kind of thought that it was maybe gay for pay. And so, you know, the father of fucking bodybuilding, fucking, what he was doing is he was a famous strongman. And he would sell these like semi-nude selfies and shit. They weren't really selfies, but he had really good photography and good film of him fucking flexing and doing his routine. And evidently he did private showings for qualified gentlemen type of deal. Well, what happens during that? You know, he after his show, he'd put on a normal show for the crowd inside a tent because this is circus level shit. But then if for certain qualified gentlemen for science and shit, you could fucking pay for another show, get closer.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows what happened on that? It was either stripping or basically a fucking lap dance. Might have been something like that. There's no telling.
Which back then that would have been unspeakable.
Yeah.
Like you weren't allowed to talk about that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Polite society. So I guess if his wife did find out he was doing that stuff,
yeah,
like,
I
she
think
was
that's what
probably like horrified. Like I said, it's like nowadays people would be like, eh.
Yeah.
Which that's better.
And in the 1800s, that would sell only to men.
Yeah,
women wouldn't pay.
Well, like I said,
wouldn't pay today.
It's just kind of like now. It's like I know that there are some women like I like porn, but I'm not gonna pay for it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like I don't like it that much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, I don't really need it. It's like every now and then it's just kind of like, oh, that's kind of cool or whatever. But it's like I wouldn't pay money for it. Yeah. So I kind of feel like, yeah, but dudes will. Yeah. So they know that anything like that. I mean, bodybuilding and stuff like that. I mean, bodybuilding magazines. Women didn't buy those.
Yeah.
Women didn't buy Playgirl either.
Dudes bought them.
Gay dudes bought that.
No. I mean, it's funny. Fucking, you know, one time even Arnold Schwarzenegger himself, he says, "Wait a minute, hold on. There's gay guys in bodybuilding? What? Really?" You know, he was laughing about that. But no, they're there.
Well, yeah, of course.
Of course, you know, fucking. Not all of them are gay, but I would say probably at least 30% probably were.
Yeah, it's probably quite a large percentage. I would imagine.
More than fucking average fucking, you know, what do you call it? Demographic. I would say probably because, you know, gay men like the male form.
Yeah.
So they want to look a certain way. They're going to try to sculpt and fucking and they're you know. I don't think it's necessarily 100% sexualized with them. But then again, if you're a gay dude and you're a muscle dude, you're all these other muscle dudes, then you're with your own people. You know what I mean? Fucking that's you like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I fucking evidently pretty much all the way up into the 70s and the 80s. Rumors has it that all the fucking famous bodybuilders that you know, including Arnold, have some films out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which for a guy like Arnold, boy, if you get your hands on them films, you'd fucking have some dirt on him, wouldn't you?
Man, you could make all kind of money.
Yeah, you could get him to do all. You could run him on remote control. Could show how would his ultra macho fucking image look if they got him on film, fucking in his 20s, fucking blowing another bodybuilder.
Right. Or if it's out there.
It's rumored.
I mean, I kind of feel like
that kind of stuff is out there.
Oh, I'm sure it probably is.
That it was being done in California in the 70s, and that high-paying Hollywood level fucking producers would fucking go and who were gay and fucking contact those dudes and fucking set up a shoot. At least nude.
Yeah.
They would do nude shit fucking at the drop of a hat. They'd sell new photos.
Well, yeah.
They didn't have a problem.
I mean, they knew what the market was. It's like they were just
yeah.
trying to make money. You know what I mean? It's like there's nothing wrong.
They got to pay for their fucking costs.
Right.
They got a day job and shit. They got to pay for training. Their
like
expenses.
I said, it's like it wouldn't be scandalous nowadays.
No,
but
not
it's like,
nowadays.
But back then it probably would.
Yeah. I think pretty much all those fucking bodybuilders of the classic golden era were selling nude photos. Whether or not their faces were in the photo, I don't know.
Well, like I said, especially before
social media.
Well, no, I was gonna say before you could really make any substantial money.
Yeah.
On the bodybuilding circuit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and the money's gone now, but you could do it back in the 70s a bit if you were a big name. A lot of it was from marketing and selling fucking exercise equipment and protein powder.
Like shilling for different products and stuff. Camp guys and good porn names. Luke Lastlong. Oh, that's a good one. Eric Everhard and Mike Whitehard. Yeah, that's pretty good. I was laughing because one of the ones that Tom downloaded like from the 90s, like from the amateur stuff, the dude's name is Seymour Butts, and I was just kind of like and I was just like, really? A porn star actually like unironically named themselves that? But their shit's pretty good. It's mostly his wife and her and a rotating cast of like other female stars, but like a lot of them were amateur, and I thought that was kind of cool. That's what I liked about it, because they all looked like they were just hanging out and having a good time. Like the lighting was kind of shitty, and they were just like in a hotel room somewhere fucking around, and it didn't look staged at all, which, like I said, I kind of like that. I like a lot of the amateur shit better than the studio shit. Studio shit's kind of cheesy, you know. Jeff here said, just came back to the apartment and heard gay and shoot. What awesomeness did I miss? Tom was talking about how a lot of early bodybuilders, and probably even some up into the Arnold Schwarzenegger era, were probably doing at least nude shoots or like gay shit on the side, like to make money. You know what I mean?
It's been rumored there's films out there.
You would think it would have surfaced by now. I kind of feel like even if it did, I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger is a lot older now, so, and he's not as famous as he once was. So maybe it wouldn't be quite as big of a deal. I don't know. It'd probably still be. He's still a household name, right?
He would have been a young man when that happened.
Yeah.
The producer who purchased it would have been an older gay man with a lot of money. He's long dead.
I wonder if somebody finds it in somebody's attic or something.
Well, could have been that it was just overlooked and destroyed, old or rotted away. It might have been film.
Yeah, true.
Film, little celluloid film.
Yeah.
It might have been in the back of his closet, fucking with some other shit. And over time, it just kind of got too old to watch. And maybe somebody put it in. They go, "What's all this gay stuff?" And they didn't even know who they were seeing.
What's all this gay stuff?
And then they just threw it away.
They're like, ew.
They would realize that might be a fucking famous bodybuilder in
right.
that film. And that might be a one-off.
Yeah.
That film,
I don't know. If I found some like random ass porn in my attic, I'd probably keep that shit.
But if it's on celluloid and it's falling apart.
True.
And it's just old and you don't think it's worth anything.
Yeah.
Might have been something like that.
CB said, I had a teacher called Mr. Smalldick. I'm not joking.
No. I changed my last name.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that expensive to change your last name. I mean, I can't imagine the shit you would put up with your whole entire life with a name like that. I think I've said before, but like when I was a kid, the mother of a girl that I knew was named Lovely Butts.
Yeah, that's an awesome name. That sounds like a porn name.
Yeah, that was her real name, though.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like, wow.
I'm gonna go look up Chuck Basher.
That's a bum.
I'm gonna look up Chuck Basher and see if that's Kali. I gotta see this.
Yeah.
What's his name? Chuck Basher?
I think that's what he said, yeah.
All right.
That would be something if, like, well, everybody knows that Sylvester Stallone did some shit like that. Because that did come out.
Well, he did a mainstream porn flick.
That was like a mainstream porn flick, so yeah. Italian Stallion. Which I've actually never seen. Because I don't think I'd really want to see Sylvester Stallone, but...
That looks like Kie Muscle right there. But I don't see any gay shit happen. That might be the same guy. It's hard to say. He looks younger.
Yeah, Heidi just said somebody's rich old uncle passed away and his nephew inherited his porn stash and threw it away in disgust.
Okay, look.
Yeah,
okay, yeah. Yeah, it looks like Kali sitting there with his fucking heart on.
Damn, there's a bunch of them.
A bunch of them, yeah. Freaky gay porn, Chuck Basher.
All right.
That's what it says, freaky gay porn. So, yeah, that's him. Kie Muscle right there.
Okay.
When he gets older, yeah.
Well, there you go.
There you go. You got it. You got it right. He's standing there fucking dick in hand.
That one's really funny.
Yeah. He's also fucking girls.
Oh, look at her face.
Yeah, yeah.
She's having all kind of problems.
Yeah, I can show that.
Ow.
Ah!
Oh, no, it's too much. And demonetized. But, yeah. Yeah, you stomped right on my foot.
Sorry.
Yeah, he did gay for pay to afford his steroids.
Yeah, probably.
And he was a stripper.
He was a stripper too? Okay. This is the guy we're talking about. Here he is. You don't need to censor him. That's Kali.
He's got clothes on.
Yeah.
Look at the face he's making.
Yeah, he's got his angry face. Gotta have that angry face when you're bald and a goatee. See?
See? Compare. That's really funny. I wonder sometimes if, like, people are just terrified of you that don't know you when you're walking around.
I'm not even worried about it.
Because you do kind of look scary.
Maybe.
I mean, not to me, because I've known you for a long time. You're not scary. But I kind of feel like people that don't know you probably think you're scary.
Yeah, I didn't know that Cody was doing fucking porn. That's cool.
Now you know.
I know he fucking... I just knew him when he was fucking working out and had the heart attack. But I think the heart attack was from, like I said, I think it was just his diet. He just ate like shit.
Yeah.
His cholesterol must have been through the fucking roof.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Like I said.
Yeah.
Like, I know bodybuilders have to eat a lot, but I just couldn't stomach that much food. Just thinking about it makes me want to be sick. TB said Tom be liking gay porn.
I think it's amusing, man. I don't fucking... These dudes are fucking doing shit for money.
Yeah. I like gay porn. Tom doesn't really like it, though.
No, I don't like this shit. Girls like that.
Yeah.
Girls watch gay porn.
Yeah.
I think a lot of straight dudes don't realize that. And what's another thing that's funny is that lesbians watch gay porn.
Yeah.
I heard statistically that's one of the major watchers. They don't buy it, but evidently online data suggests that it's lesbian girls watching gay porn.
Yeah.
Dudes. I don't know why.
Yeah, that does seem a little odd, but I don't know. Maybe not. People watch all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be watching lesbian porn.
I like that too.
But they evidently just want to see gay porn, a lot of them.
I like all kinds. I don't... Some straight porn I like, but it usually has to be, like, it's like amateur. Yeah. Or people that are, like, really into it. You know what I mean?
I like shit that kind of looks like it was taken off a cell phone.
Yeah.
And they're in the car.
Yeah. Like, we just decided to film this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
like,
all a setup, though, people.
Well, I know that, but it's just kind of like... I like ones with the illusion...
Yeah, it's all...
That it was just, like, spontaneous.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot better than ones that's very obviously a setup.
People don't realize, civilians do not realize, that you cannot upload a video to any of those platforms without being able to identify everybody in that video. They have to sign a consent form, their IDs, everything.
Yeah, so they make sure everybody is over 18 and all that.
Yeah, so
because they don't want to get their ass in
nothing
hot
is
water.
secret. Oh, she didn't see me filming this or her. No, you can't put... Even some of the, like, upskirt videos where a guy pretends like he shot underneath her skirt in the grocery store and got away with it. no, she's in on it, or they'd never get that approved through the.
Yeah. And if you
Because they have
do
to know
upload,
who that is.
Yeah, if you do upload something like that, it'll get taken down pretty quick.
Yeah, it'll get taken down real quick. The AI recognizes that somebody's in the film that it doesn't know who it is. So it just goes, no. Who is this? Where's this person's ID?
Yeah.
And it won't upload.
Yeah, they're like I said, they really have to cover their ass on that stuff, because if somebody appears in there underage or without their permission or something like that, they get in all kind of trouble.
I've seen videos where dudes are like pretending to jerk it out over some girl that's standing next to them in the fucking supermarket.
Right.
You couldn't, and then they're talking slightly, and he's pretending like it does kind of look like he got away with it.
Right.
The fucking total setup.
Yeah.
Total setup.
But it's fun. It's a fun.
Yeah, because they cannot upload that video to that platform unless everyone has signed a consent form. They have to see the IDs. And me and Jen have done it. You got to fucking take a picture of your ID. It has to be uploaded.
You take a picture of your ID. You have to take a picture of yourself holding the ID that has a sign that says what date it is.
Yeah,
and
then you
have
to put a signature on something and press a button like I give it permission to use me on the platform.
And on the one, I think it was Stream8 where we were uploading. We could stream together, but when I uploaded videos, I couldn't even upload videos. I could only upload videos with just me, and I couldn't even put up ones that had your voice
just in my voice. If I was in the background saying something,
because I had problems where
I'd be like filming. I go, okay, turn around.
Yeah, and he would say something, and I had to take all that out.
Had to take all the edited out. Yeah.
Because they said no, there's someone and he didn't even show up on the camera because he was filming it.
Yeah, and there isn't a human involved in the process. It's a computer. It's an AI. It's an AI program you're dealing with. It just heard the human voice, or it will see a human figure, and it'll go, "Who is that?"
Yeah.
And if there's a face and the face isn't in the fucking database, it'll like, "Who is that?" It'll hang up the whole procedure of getting the thing published.
Yeah, you have to like edit, because I had to edit his voice out of every single.
Yeah,
and it was just even like one
she
word.
Had to edit out my hand one time that went into the camera.
Yeah.
To move something.
Yeah.
Because there was lighting and shit, audio stuff.
Yeah, so so that's the thing. They're really, really, really stringent about that kind of stuff. So, like I said, you can't just upload something. It's like, hey, I recorded this person without their permission. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. But like I said, people like those kind of videos, so obviously they do set up them like that.
The only problem is some of the platforms like Pornhub have had problems with people that are on it that are actually underage.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure shit gets through there.
What they do is it's an underage person on film, but they have the ID of a person who is not underage who looks kind of like that person.
Right.
And they'll use that ID and claim that girl is this girl.
Right.
And sometimes that'll get by for a while.
Yeah, like I said, I'm sure shit like slips through.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure people are trying to sneak and like put stuff up there and try to like
get
around, like do some loopholes. And
evidently, what's funny is that it's teenagers doing it.
Yeah.
It's teenagers making it, teenagers posting it.
Yeah.
They're trying to get around the fucking rules. So it's not like you have older people abusing younger people. It's younger people trying to post it.
And then get in trouble.
And they're smart. They know how to try to get around it. You know?
But yeah, it was just... I just remember going through all that, and it was just like such a fucking
it's
ordeal.
A pain in the ass.
It's a pain in the ass. Like I said...
That's why we got the doll.
Yeah, because like I said...
To get a person approved is fucking tough.
Yeah. Because Tom was like, oh, maybe we could bring in like another... Like, you know, we could do girl on girl...
Because, we know, my ex-girlfriend wanted to work with her.
Because we know somebody that wanted to do it. And then I was just kind of like, man, it is like such a fucking giant pain in the ass like, to do that. It's like, let's just get a sex doll.
Yeah. No, she never got around to actually filming with it.
Yeah, I mean, eventually.
Well, she picked up another job, so really...
we haven't really had much time.
That shit went into the background. She's too busy.
Yeah. But like I said, I still want to do some videos with it, though.
Yeah. Well, you're in training, though, man. Fucking your shit's fucking coming along so beautifully, man. The longer you wait at the rate that you're fucking... Next time you make a video, you're going to fucking make a big splash.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we still do play with the dolls.
You walk around, your ass is like getting fucking like peach shaped. It's doing that. It's popping out in the back. Her legs look fucking great.
Man,
she looked good before, but she's looking better.
I used the squat machine today.
Yeah.
And how much weight did you put on?
200.
I can do 200 pounds.
Yeah, and you can do 200 pounds, and it's actually too easy for you. I'm going to put another 20 on there. 220.
Yeah, because you asked me, because I did it before, and you were like, and I said how many sets I did, and you're like, okay, well, you need more weight.
You need more weight on there.
And then you put 200, so you put 200 pounds on it, and then, like, I did it today, and I was like, I was still able to do almost the same amount.
Yeah, you're
so
stronger
I probably
than that.
need more weight.
I want it so you can barely do 8. Or barely do 9.
Yeah,
so
see,
it's hard.
I'm gonna need more weight.
Yeah, you need more weight.
I mean, it's hard, but I can still do it.
It's better in the long run. It's easier in the long run because it's more concentrated into less reps.
Yeah.
So it's over quicker. It's more concentrated.
Yeah, that's true. I really do like that squat machine, though. That was a good investment. Because I hate working out. I hate all of that stuff. I just hate everything to do with that. But that's actually one machine that I don't mind using, you know, because it's like I was doing squats before, but like I said, I was doing them just free, like with like barbells and stuff, and I was just kind of like, my balance is like really shit, so it's like I'm always afraid I was gonna fall over or something like that. So this is like much better, and it's totally safe. Like you can't drop any of the weight on you or anything like that, so you just kind of sit in there and just like push all the weight up, and you know, like I said, I did 200 pounds today. And I could still do it. So I need more weight. Just like Giles Corey said back in the Salem Witch Trials. More weight. CB said, all the women I know at the fetish bar do belly button porn on OnlyFans. And, like, I'm not sure, like, how large of a niche is that? Because I don't see that fetish much. But I kind of feel like nowadays you really have to specialize because there's so much fucking porn out there. So you really have to find like an underserved niche like fetish or something like that to even like make any money, because
you'll never get noticed.
Because otherwise, if you just do like regular ass shit, like no one's
noticed.
Gonna pay attention, because there's just so much of it out there. It's just flooded.
Yeah, it's like you kind of have to get known for doing something that's fucking weird, and that guys will be looking for that specific thing, but it has to be legal. See, that's another issue. You know,
well, obviously.
There's a lot of weird shit that people are looking for, but it's illegal.
Right.
Let me get you another drink.
Yeah, I mean, because there's about 40 bajillion videos of what?
Might as well slam that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the weird shit that they're into now is, you know, just like weird kind of like variations of like foot fetish, certain kinds of toys, just weird shit, you know. Something is strange.
Yeah.
Some of it I look at it and I go, man, that's not even sexual. But to some other dude, it is.
It might be, yeah. Like to you, it's not, but some people might. Tom gets fascinated by those chicks that can like stick enormous things up their ass. He's like, I don't even know if it's hot necessarily. It's just like really impressive. 'Cause he's like, how the fuck is she getting all of that in there? You know what I mean? I kind of feel like that too, because like he was showing me this one girl, and she had this fucking the dildo was like ridiculous. It was just this massive. It might have been shaped like a tentacle. I'm not entirely sure, but it was just like it looked bigger than her. You know what I mean? Like, so when it was in there, I'm like, how is that like not coming out her mouth? I don't understand. Like, there's, you know what I mean? But yeah, like the shit she could put up in there, I was just like, all right, everybody's good at something. You know what I mean? So
here you go.
If you can stick some big stuff up your ass. Although I kind of feel like a lot of chicks do that though.
You can make a lot of money sticking big things up your ass.
You can make a lot of money sticking big things up your ass, because apparently like a lot of people are really impressed by that too. Yeah, CB said the fetish community put it out in private social media. Yeah, I guess so. I don't really peruse a lot of. Tom's kind of the porn connoisseur. I'm not real super well versed in it. Like, I know it's out there, but I don't usually like watch it all that much. So we watch it together a lot, but I don't usually look for it by myself. Like I said, I feel like in general, you know, this is obviously not universally true, but in general, I feel like women prefer written erotica.
Yeah. Women like written erotica.
I mean, that's like...
And like audiobook type erotica.
Like, overwhelmingly, that's like a female audience.
The way women's nervous system's set up.
Well, you can imagine it...
thought and emotion and shit like that.
Yeah, like, you can imagine it, and you don't necessarily need to see it in front of your face. Yeah. And in some ways...
They say like, it's better.
Yeah, well, in some ways, like, visual porn, depending on what it is, like, a lot of times I find that kind of distracting.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I kind of like to think about, like, a scenario that I've invented rather than seeing one that's, you know, that's kind of imposing its own thing on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I think that's why women like written erotica more, because it's just not a visual thing. It's just giving you, and you're making your own visual, like, in your head. Cowboy driving fetish, small but faithful following,
yeah,
and very gay. Cowboy driving. Are we talking about, what kind of driving are we talking about? Like your regular kind of driving or another kind of driving?
All right, I'm going to show you guys. The girl that wanted to work with Jen is her.
Yeah.
That was my ex Aleta.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we've shown her before, probably.
Yeah, I've showed her before, but you might be new. That was her. And her and Jen are real good friends. I introduced her to her husband.
Yeah.
After we almost just didn't broke up. We were just together and then just stopped hanging out with each other. Just
they just kind of.
We were still buddies though.
Yeah.
And that's her.
They don't come out much anymore.
They don't come out anymore. But she wanted to work with Jen. But Aleta was making money with her husband doing videos. I said some of this shit's weird. To me, I said, man, that's not even sexual. They were making money making videos where Tony would drown her in a glass fucking fish tank.
Yeah.
It was simulated though.
Well, obviously.
You know, but it was after, you know what I mean? These were private videos. The way it was shot, you know, there was a bunch of edits to make it look like she was under the water for a long fucking time and that she was dead afterwards. They were making a lot of money on that.
Yeah, that's a very specific...
weird fucking thing, man.
I'd be scared, though. I'd be scared something would go wrong.
She stopped doing that because one of the clients showed up at her door.
Yeah.
Says, found her. I just wanted to make sure you were okay. And she's like, look, you said, you don't come around here. That was one of the clients that was buying those videos.
I'd be fucking terrified.
Yeah, yeah.
That was one. It didn't worry me too much.
Doing it, yeah.
Like, it didn't worry me too much when we were doing Stream 8 and like doing videos and stuff. Because one, we didn't really do that much stuff, so it's not really like, you know, we had all of these people or anything. But I don't know. It crossed my mind because, you know, I write true crime a lot, so it's like, you know, you always have like some one weirdo that might show up. But I didn't really worry about it that much. But that story was kind of in the back of my mind.
That's weird, yeah.
That she did have that dude like turn up.
Yeah.
And she stopped doing it after that.
Yeah.
But like, see, things like that, I would always be scared doing that something would go wrong. It's just kind of like the choking shit.
Yeah.
Because that's real popular.
Yeah.
You know, people have died doing that.
Yeah.
Like if you don't do it right.
To be clear to the people, they just stopped doing that.
Yeah, they do other things.
They do other shit,
but they don't do the drowning.
They go to this fucking. She wasn't like this when I was going out with her. It's just that under the influence of Tony, that naughty motherfucker, they go to the swing clubs. They do videos. They'll make porn videos out in the damn fucking parking lot of the fucking swing club. You know, and here's the thing. One of the things that me and Jen were like, well, the thing is if we pay her to do this scene and this and that. What about Tony? Because I know Tony. Tony's going to be like,
I know
hey,
him
man,
too.
because he wanted to be there. He's like, hey, man, fucking, since we're here, we might as well fucking, let's come on, man, let's go. And matter of fact, you get this one, you take her, I'll take this one. Because he's going to want to swap up.
That's what I think.
That's what he's going to want to do.
I mean, I know 99% I know that was what would happen.
Come on, man, I've never had this one. You know, that's how he's going to fucking come at you.
I mean, because that's the thing.
That's how he's going to come.
He'll argue, it's like, hey, it's not fair because you dated Alita, so you've had sex with her.
Yeah, you've had sex with Alita, now I want to have sex with your wife.
Right.
That's what he's gonna be.
Yeah, that's exactly what he would say.
Jen's not up for that.
No, I'm not into it.
Yeah.
I'm not into it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't mind making out with her, but I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? I like Tony. I do.
Yeah, he's good dude. He's
not that way.
We know how he is.
Not that way.
We know how he is.
Well, remember a long time ago when we were just starting to go out, or it was right around that time.
Yeah.
And he's a photographer, so he had taken pictures of like a lot of people in the scene.
Yeah.
And he wanted to do some pictures of me. And so I was like, yeah, okay, because I needed some.
Yeah, I showed up.
And I told Tom, I was like, come with me because I know how this is going to go if I go by myself.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to get talked into some shit I don't really want to do.
He didn't get mad or anything.
No, he wasn't mad.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if he was planning anything or not, but...
Well, he was thinking that, if she shows up by herself, this is fair game.
That's what I was thinking. So that's why I said, please come with me.
Yeah. If she comes up by herself, it's fair game, because that means that she's up for it. That's what he was thinking.
And they weren't... The pictures I did, they weren't nude. I didn't do any nudes.
No. We did nudes with the other guy.
I did with... a guy we knew named Warren.
He was a Special Forces guy.
A Special Forces guy that Tom knew. I haven't seen him in a long time. I think we met him at the Grotto.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while.
And he made a living... He would shoot chicks and then he would Photoshop them into like post-apocalyptic backgrounds and shit like that. Yeah. Like he did like some cool shit.
He would make playing cards and he would make calendars for his Special Forces group.
Yeah.
With girls on it. And they were all goth girls.
Yeah.
I was there. She did a really good photo shoot. Fucking titties were out. She's got a machine gun.
Yeah, I did topless.
Yeah, topless.
But not completely nude.
And she had fucking LCE on, fucking goth boots. She had a fucking a full auto fucking Mac 10 because he had machine guns, real machine guns.
Our friend Lacey was there too. Remember that?
Yeah, I think Lacey was there.
Lacey was there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she was hanging out with us at that time. I was kind of weirded out at first because that was before we had done any porn or anything. That was a long time ago. So I was a little bit weirded out, but I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Trying to get a good picture of the fucking...
I've kind of gotten a lot less.
There's her husband. There's Tony.
Oh, yeah, that's a good picture of him.
Yeah, and he's just like that.
Yeah,
you see him, he's just like that.
Yep, he's exactly like that.
Yeah.
But, like I said.
Yeah, hold on. Oh, this is a good picture of them together as a couple at the club. That's them at the club.
I remember that night, actually. Or I remember them in those outfits.
Yeah.
Is that Aurora?
Yeah, that's Aurora.
Oh, okay.
Aurora did... Aurora's ex-husband did Jen's tattoo.
Yeah.
All right.
My big one.
Aurora's cool, too. Aurora can suspend herself from the fucking huge fucking spikes going through her back and her legs. She can swing around.
Yeah, she does all that suspension
Does suspension shows.
She used to do them at Mannequins sometimes.
Yeah.
She did them at the Grotto a long time ago, but she did one at Mannequins like a couple years ago. But yeah, I remember that. I don't know if we were there that night or I just remember those outfits, but...
That's a lady during the time that I went out with her. That's what she looked like when I was going out with her.
Very Switchblade Symphony.
Very Switchblade. As a matter of fact, she's got a picture of me and her together.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's us. Now, she's not taller than me. She's wearing huge fucking platforms.
She had big, huge platform boots. Huge platform. Because she's my height or shorter.
Yeah.
And I'm shorter than you.
Yeah.
I'm only 5'3". So, everybody thinks I'm taller, though, because I always have, boots on. Like, one night I went out and I just had regular boots on, without a platform, and everyone's like, you're so short. Yeah. I was like, no, I am short. It's just usually I wear, big platform boots. Everybody thinks I'm taller.
That was also during the time we were dating.
I remember that.
Remember that night?
That was at Venue 13.
Yeah, she's dancing her ass off.
I remember her wearing that skirt.
We were still together, I think, weren't we? Or we had just kind of broken up, maybe.
Yeah, I kind of, like I said, I don't kind of... Because y'all didn't go out that long.
No. Well, no, we lived together.
Yeah.
For 6 months.
Oh, was it? I thought you said it was only...
No, she lived at me at the farm.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, I knew it was less than a year.
Less than a year.
I just couldn't remember how long it was.
Yeah, the thing is, we never had any fights. Me and her got along. It's just that we were both kind of in a fucking bad time. she just lost her boyfriend, and I was kind of like fucking in a way, kind of like newly into town, and kind of like still fucking kind of hung up with my fucking divorce and my fucking wife. I really wasn't ready for a relationship, and we were just so boring together. Me and Aleta, we were like really boring. You know what I mean? Although she became more interesting later. And she was like, she would go up to Jenny. She goes, Jenny, I want to thank you for what you've done for him. Fucking, she
tells me that all the time.
It's so funny. It's so funny when you date the same group of girls and all those girls love each other. It's totally different type of situation. It's not like normies where your girlfriend hates all your exes. No, your girlfriend's usually friends with all your exes.
Well, we all know each other, like I said, so it's kind of different.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody, you haven't really, you didn't date anybody long term except for her.
Yeah. She was the longest one from that era.
She was the longest one from that era.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I know people that you just dated briefly or hooked up with or whatever. But I like all of those people.
Yeah.
Like, other than...
No, I had good taste. I only went out with good people.
I mean, other than a couple that we've talked about before were shitty and I didn't like them.
Yeah.
But they weren't regulars, really.
They weren't from
or, like,
scene.
in the inner circle, kind of. Like, everybody that you hooked up with or went out with, like, I like all of those people.
And it was kind of the same thing with her. She was going out with a guy that I fucking really liked. We got along with him. I got along with him really well. This is before we were a thing.
Yeah.
We were friends. We were looking at each other. We had even slept together.
Yeah.
But we were mostly buddies.
Yeah.
And I valued her much more as a buddy than a girlfriend. Because for me, a girlfriend was something kind of disposable. I was more interested in like having friends that was more long term. Because, you know, I was a dog, you know, I guess. I just really didn't have much faith in traditional relationships, I guess.
Well, you had some bad shit happen.
I had bad, yeah.
So
she understands it. She knows details I don't talk about. But she ended up meeting a guy. He was fucking like huge, like 6'4". He was fucking
6'5". He was
6'5". He was super cool.
He was super cool.
He was super cool. I liked him.
He's probably still super cool. I haven't talked to him in a long time.
I haven't talked to him in a long time.
I think the last time I talked to him was probably 3 years ago.
But that dude just wasn't really ready for a relationship.
He had just got divorced also.
Yeah. We were all kind of like on the rebound.
Well, yeah. And honestly, that was one of the things. Yeah. I met him on Facebook, of all places. Yeah. He was just on my friends list. I'd never met him in real life. And we had some mutuals. Like, our scenes kind of overlapped.
Yeah.
Like, he came to the bars sometimes, but he wasn't like a regular.
Yeah.
And, we just started talking. I don't even remember what we started talking about. I think he commented on something I posted or something like that. And we just started talking, and we were like in almost the same exact situation. Like, I had just gotten divorced from someone I'd been with for a long time. He just got divorced from someone he'd been with for a long time, and he didn't have much dating experience and all this other kind of stuff. He was much younger than me, which I didn't realize until later, until we'd already gone out. And and he just mentioned, and I was like, wait, bitch, how old are you? And I was like... Okay. He was 11 years younger.
Yeah.
But he knew all the shit that I knew. That's why it didn't occur to me that he was that much younger than me.
He was a respectable dude. I liked him.
Yeah, he was really cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's probably still really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, like I said, I get it. Like, he'd been married for a while. It was kind of like he'd married I don't know if it was his college sweetheart, so he didn't really have like a lot of dating experience. So when he got out of that marriage, he kind of wanted to go hog wild, which I kind of did too for a little while. It's not really for me, but I did do that for a couple of years just to see what it was like. And it's fun, but I was just like, nah, okay, not really for me. But he kind of wanted to do that, and I got that. You know what I mean? I did really like him, and it was kind of a bummer, but, you know, shit happens. And like I said, he was a lot younger, and I don't know how that would have worked out. But yeah, I mean, he really liked me a lot, and he was cool, and I went to parties at his house, and he had cool friends and stuff, but we didn't have a lot of... Like I said, he wasn't really in the goth scene. He was kind of more in... he did a lot of events with, like, that kind of body painting kind of stuff. Burlesque, he was real into that. Like, he knew a lot of girls that did that and, like, you know, helped him make costumes and stuff. So he was kind of in the... Which is, like, tangential to the goth scene. Like, the burlesque people.
Yeah.
So, he was kind of in that. which is cool because I got to meet some people in that I didn't know. But, you know, I'm kind of more, like I said, I'm super, super into the goth clubs and everything like that. And it's like, so somebody that is not, that doesn't want to do that all the time, it's like we would probably run into problems.
DVD Dragon says, yeah, Tom, fucking, he said, Tony gonna have to test drive your car. Yeah, exactly. I knew he was gonna try to test drive. He's like, come on, man, you drove this one, let me drive that one.
And that's exactly the argument he would use.
Let me fuck your wife. He's exactly the way he was.
Even though you guys dated before
yeah.
she met him.
And I introduced them.
Yeah, and he introduced them.
Yeah. I introduced them because I accidentally stole his girlfriend. That was the Disney princess.
Oh yeah, she was everybody's girlfriend.
Yeah, she was everybody. Well, she was going up the ranks.
Yeah.
And then she left.
Which we kind of found out
after
later.
me. She left. Yeah.
Because I think when you were,
yeah.
I mean, you only dated her for a couple weeks or something like that.
It was about a month and a half.
Or like a month and a half, something
2
like
months,
that. She was
something
around.
like that.
But then we found out later that like a bunch of other dudes in the scene is like had also been there.
Well, but no, it wasn't a bunch. It was Tony,
Mark,
and Mark.
Okay, so
that
Tony
was it,
and
just
Mark.
Tony and Mark. She was moving up the ranks.
Yeah.
Tony and Mark. They're friends of mine.
Yeah.
We
still see Mark every week, actually.
Yeah.
He's always
and
at
the
the
Phantom
club.
goes, Tom, you used to own a Mac 10. Why'd you get rid of it? I didn't get rid of it. The MPs fucking took it from me at Fort Campbell. I got the Mac 10, and it was a military arms corporation Ingram Mac 10. It was the real thing. Probably late 70s vintage. It was not in 45 ACP though. It was in 9 millimeter. And it was not full auto. It was semi-auto. Didn't have the fucking extendable buttstock on it. It was classified as a pistol. Took grease gun magazines. And not grease gun, excuse me. Sten magazines is what they were. And I got it from a pawn shop right outside Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Right outside the 101st Airborne Division. They had a pawn shop out there that they had two of them right next to each other. And you'd see the wildest guns in there because it was all Army guys pawning them. Bills would come up and they'd have to fucking pawn something. Then they'd never show back up and you could get the. I got some fucking cool pistols fucking and guns from there. Got a Colt 03 pocket hammerless in 32. That was one of the nicest pistols I ever owned in terms of just shooter, how sweet that was. It was the perfect size. It was like a little bitty 1911 with a fucking concealed hammer inside the slide. In a measly little 32. Like a little pop gun, but it was fun to shoot, and quality was fucking outstanding. It was 1920s vintage. 03 pocket hammerless. But I also got the fucking Mac in there. I also got a fucking Norenko AK-84 in 5.56 millimeter with fucking 7 magazines in the box, everything. And it was a black Norenko AK-84. I ended up trading that off in a motorcycle deal I was doing. I got all kinds of guns through that, but one of them was a Mac 10. I came in through the fucking front gate and had the Mac 10 on my motorcycle in a fucking tank bag. And they fucking stopped me and fucking started searching me. They said, "What's in that tank bag?" And I says, "I got a Mac 10 in there." They fucking pulled a gun. And he goes, "Okay, you stay right there." And I says, No, it's...
Oh shit, I never heard this story.
Yeah. I said, "It's all right." I was just out shooting it. And he says, "Is it loaded?" And I says, "It's got a loaded magazine, but there's nothing in the chamber." He says, "Well, why you got a loaded magazine in the chamber?" I says, "Look at that tank bag, man. There's no room to fucking put a magazine next to it." He says, "It's okay. It's safe condition." The MPs took it. Fucking, they interrogated me and they let me go. They said, "If you want your fucking weapon back, you're gonna have to get a fucking letter from your battalion commander and we'll give you the fucking pistol back." I was like, "Fuck that. I'm not gonna fucking go to my BC with this. He'll give me a fucking Article 15. So they took it. I never went back for it. Yeah, that's what they did to my fucking Mac 10.
CB is teasing you about that picture of you and Alita where you looked a lot shorter than her.
Yeah, fuck CB. He
Tom
couldn't get laid in the Tijuana whorehouse.
He's got a girlfriend.
No, she's wearing fucking 8-inch fucking
Yeah,
platform.
she's like my height or shorter.
Yeah, she's 5'3".
Yeah,
5'2".
I think she's about the same height as me.
Yeah.
Without the boots on. But like I said, we goth girls wear big platform
We're
boots
huge
usually.
fucking platforms.
So it's like we always look a lot taller. And like I said, whenever I wear flat shoes, everyone's like, "Oh my god, you're so short." CB said, fuck buddies are the best type of buddies. And Papa said Tom had some sexual problems.
I don't have sexual problems.
I don't know.
I don't know what he's talking about.
You didn't really have sexual problems. You were just kind of...
I wasn't really looking for a relationship. I didn't really trust him.
Like I said, he had some bad experiences.
Yeah, I was just gonna I like to just fucking have disposable girlfriends. If anything went wrong, I could just replace her with another one. Jen can attest. That's what I did.
Like a used Kleenex.
Yeah, no, I didn't really think of it that way. I didn't invest.
Yeah, you seemed like you were really...
I was kind of emotionally reserved and shit.
Yeah. You were a tough nut to crack, that was for sure. But
you couldn't get me.
I knew what your deal was.
You could not get me through standard dating techniques. You had to be my friend.
And believe me, many people tried.
They tried, yeah. You can't get me, yeah.
I witnessed it.
You have to somehow win me over as a friend. And then I have to get rid of all the fucking my bad habits. Like dumping people and shit. You know. Like, fuck this bitch. She's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna dump this one. I'm gonna get this other one. You know. I was one of those.
You were kind of.
Yeah.
Papa77 said, "Oh, a fuck boy."
Yeah, I was a fuck boy.
He was a fuck boy.
I was a fuck boy.
Yeah.
Fuck boy on fucking... I was on fuck boy on steroids before I was on steroids.
You weren't that bad, but...
I was selective.
Yeah, because once you moved here, I didn't know you before you moved. You moved to Florida in, 2008?
Yeah.
And I think I met you in 2009, 2010, somewhere around there. And honestly, you had a reputation of being a fuckboy before that was a phrase that everybody knew. Yeah. But it was exaggerated.
It was exaggerated. What it was very is how a lot of dudes hating on me because a lot of girls liked me.
Yeah.
And I was coming into a new town and I was using a slow hand. I wasn't going out with anybody or I wasn't desperate at all. What I wanted to do was make as many friends as possible.
Yeah.
I didn't care if they were male or female, just trying to make friends in a new scene.
Yeah. And
during that time, I won over a lot of women that are still real good friends with me.
Yeah.
To this day. And fucking some of them were like, man, you realize that I'm fucking in love with you. And I was like, really? You didn't like Angel?
Yeah.
I says, I didn't know that. She goes, yeah. And she was like one of the first girls I met here.
I knew.
Yeah. I didn't know that she was in love with me.
She never told me. I could just tell.
Yeah. But no, I love Angel. Angel's great. She's not my type. She's not my type. But she's great. There's just and I think that's why I got that reputation of being a fuckboy. I was a fuckboy at one time, especially up in Boston and stuff, you know what I mean? And I did fucking do shit when I was here and have shit done to me while I was in here. But I was mostly trying to be good and trying to pick the better ones.
And I kind of feel like you weren't any more of a slut than regular
It's probably
people.
Less than a slut, actually.
Honestly, I kind of feel like maybe
because a lot of guys would just go out with anybody.
Yeah. I just thought it was really exaggerated. Because once I got to know you, because I heard all kind of rumors. Everybody knew the rumors before anybody got to know you really well.
Yeah. They were imagining that I was doing shit that I wasn't doing.
Right, yeah. So it's I heard all kind of stories, and then when I actually met you and started talking to you and stuff like that, I was just oh, he didn't even do half that shit.
Yeah.
Or if he did do it, it was super exaggerated. It wasn't the context was gone.
One of the deal was that fucking I was getting blown in the club.
Well, that did happen.
That did happen.
That did happen.
But that wasn't my fault. That bitch was crazy. And fucking
she was actually
that bitch was crazy.
No, legit. She did actually end up in a
that
mental
bitch was fucking crazy.
Later.
And she was cute and all, but I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
She was
here?
nice. I liked her.
Yeah, she was nice. I was like,
I haven't seen her for years.
What the fuck am I doing over here? Okay, that's it. I had to pop that thing out of her mouth and fucking. So look, it's and then she went out and told everybody.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she's like, he's hung like a horse.
Yeah, she told everybody.
And fucking, next thing you know, I got fucking Paul going, who would have known a little motherfucker like you is hung like a horse? He's the DJ.
Yeah. He's the DJ at Venue 13.
She's running around telling everybody.
And at Mannequins.
She's telling everybody. Yeah, he's the DJ, a friend of mine.
She just did that on purpose so she could tell everybody.
She could stunt. She was trying to stunt. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you were kind of because you were newer in town, I kind of feel like you were this mysterious...
Maybe.
And like people heard all these rumors about you, and they're like, "Ooh," and it was like super intriguing.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know what I mean? Like
I was blonde back then too, so I was.
I kind of remember. Well, when I first met you, you had black hair, but then you bleached it like not long after that.
Yeah.
But because I remember seeing you at iBar, and you had black hair then.
Yeah.
But I remember when you bleached it, and I think I had already met you by that time.
Yeah.
When you bleached it.
I think I have some pictures from that time. I'll show you guys what it looked like.
But it's just funny because, like I said, before anybody got to know you really well, I kind of feel like there was all kind of like rumors swirling, and everyone was like super like, and most of the shit was not true or was wildly
kind of based in truth.
It was kind of based in truth, but it was like wildly exaggerated.
Yeah.
But I think people were like really intrigued.
And I really wasn't anything it was a big deal. Oh look, this is a cool picture of Jen from the photo shoot.
Oh, that Tony.
We went over to Tony.
Tony took that picture.
Yeah, that's a great picture.
Tony took that picture.
That's another great picture from that photo shoot.
Yeah, so they were just like, they were dressed. I wasn't naked in those.
Yeah. Great.
He took a bunch of pictures.
Yeah, your boobs looked great in that fucking shot.
I love that shirt. I need to get another one of those.
Yeah, we need to get one like that before.
See
the big platforms? See those huge platforms that goth girls would wear back then?
I don't have those shoes anymore. They broke.
Look at that pretty ass smile, Jen. That pretty ass smile. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were about what, 35 then?
No, older.
Older?
Probably almost 40.
Almost 40? Yeah.
I was 39?
Yeah.
39, 40. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe older.
Yeah.
Because I'd known you a few years at that point.
Yeah.
And I met you when I was 38.
Yeah. So that was the Jen I was dealing with then.
So that was probably like early. I was probably early 40s.
Yeah.
In those pictures. But yeah, those are the ones that Tony took. Like I said, so nothing scandalous.
I was trying to get pictures of me
nothing scandalous
from that time.
Papa77 said that he was also a fuckboy himself. Yeah, okay. It's like, Shaby helped me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I plucked him out of the fuckboy.
Yeah, I probably was.
I didn't mean to. Like I said, I kind of feel like I don't feel like you were a fuckboy when you were here because it was just kind of like
that had kind of passed.
Yeah, that era had kind of, like I said, you just dated and made friends with like a normal ass person.
Yeah.
It was just normal shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything weird or egregious or anything.
No.
I didn't think.
No,
it was the same shit everybody else was doing.
Yeah. I thought I had some pictures in this phone of me from that time. Good ones of me from that time. Yeah. Okay. Here's one with my blonde hair.
I can't see it.
Let me see it. So that's what they were dealing with back then.
Who else in that picture? I can't see.
That's fucking Megan.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's that girl. I don't like that girl.
Jen hates Megan.
I didn't know her that well, but like when I met her, I was kind of like, she kind of sucks. She doesn't suck as much as Sarah, but she kind of sucked.
Yeah, Sarah was.
And Sarah, you didn't really date her.
No, I didn't date
you
Sarah.
You just kind of got shanghaied by her one night.
Yeah, Sarah was trying.
And then you just slept at her house, but didn't have sex with her, and then just left. So that's how that happened.
She shanghaied me out of the club.
Yeah, she just
grabbed me.
She kidnapped
she's like, she's gone. Come on. And
which means that she was watching.
She was watching. She went across the street with that dude because the big guy she was dating. And she goes, "They're not coming back." And I was
we weren't dating at that point though. We had broken up.
I was drunk. I was like, "Yeah, you're probably right." So I fucking left with her, and she put me in her fucking sports car and fucking whoosh, whisked me away to her house. Next thing you know, she's coming in with a negligee and shit like that.
Yeah, she abducted her.
I'm going like, what the fuck? I guess I'm staying here, huh? She goes, yeah, you're staying right here.
He's like, what the fuck happened?
And fucking she jumps into bed. Do you have a condom? I says, nope. Goes, oh no, we're not gonna do this out of the condom. I says, okay, then wake me up in the morning. Fucking
good night.
Good night. She's like, oh no. She wouldn't let me sleep and shit.
She got really mad.
She got mad. She thought I was gonna fight for it. I says, look, what are you gonna do? We're gonna go get me some saran wrap. And then she's like, I was fucking with her, so get me some saran wrap there.
You got tinfoil?
This is okay. It's too late, man. This is late. I've been drinking. I'm gonna go to sleep. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
I had to find a picture of her.
Oh my god.
I got a picture of her. If you guys want to see it, if I want to see her, I'll dig it.
This bitch that we're always talking about.
This bitch we're always talking about.
I keep wondering. I keep expecting her to like show up.
To show up in the comments section. Bitch,
No, not in the comment section. I keep thinking she's gonna show up at Barbarella because she used to come to iBar every Saturday.
She went to Germany. She came back.
Yeah, she's back now. She came back like a year or two ago.
Yes, I would think. For some reason, she's not going out.
So I don't know why she's not coming back. I don't know if she's not into it anymore or if she got fat and she doesn't want anybody to see her.
I think she got fat.
Or something. I don't know.
She must have gotten fat.
I don't follow her, obviously. So it's like, I don't know what she looks like now.
I only got her on Instagram. She doesn't talk. She just announced that she came back. Because that was about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I remember you telling me it was a while back.
That's the last I heard.
Because you were like, yeah, she just sent me a message out of the blue and said she was back.
She's back, yeah.
And I was like, oh, goody.
I was like, I guess we're going to be seeing you.
But I don't think she came out, though.
Never came out.
Didn't she come out one time? Or am I imagining that? Oh, okay.
She never came out. I'm going through the Rolodex. Oh, I remember this night.
Papa said, Jenny, you've aged like fine wine.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
That's me, Jenny, and fucking, what's her name?
What's her name?
I forgot what her name was.
Man, I haven't seen her in forever.
Yeah, she doesn't come out anymore.
That's Damian's old girlfriend.
Damian's old girlfriend, right?
Bree,
that's right. Yeah, Bree. She came to
fucking Barbarella's a couple months before it closed.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she was there.
She
doesn't look like that anymore. She's not wearing that wig, of course.
But that was the last time I saw her.
Yeah.
And that was like months ago.
Yeah.
When it was at the pickleball
place.
Yeah. I remember her and her friend came.
Yeah.
But that was like a long time ago. Like probably 6 months ago at least.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen her since then.
Oh, here's a cute picture of Jen.
Yeah.
That was in our old bathroom.
Old bathroom, right?
That was in our old bathroom.
Here's a really, really fucking sexy picture of Jen.
Look at Jen.
That was a good outfit.
Yeah, look at Jen's face in that.
I still kind of have that shirt, but it's kind of beat up at this point.
Yeah, that was back when her sides of your head were shaved and.
Yeah, I'm growing it back out now. But...
Right.
Although I kind of hate it. I kind of hate that it's taking so long to grow out. Today I was thinking maybe I'll just shave it off again. After all this time. Because it's like 3 different lengths.
Look how young we were.
Aw, I remember that picture.
Yeah.
That was like on your...
Yeah, it's on my old laptop.
That was on his old laptop. Grabbing my
That was
tit.
before we were a thing, but we had been fucking sleeping together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
I was
that.
over at his house. No
over
makeup.
my house.
I don't have any makeup on in that picture.
Yeah, no
either.
makeup.
So I think we were just like... It was like the middle of the night or something.
Yeah, something like that. Look at this cute picture of Jen.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was at
Yeah.
Venue 13.
Look how skinny you look. What did you? How much did you weigh then? You think maybe
That was-
120?
That was probably like my
skinniest.
skinny.
Yeah. You almost didn't look that good, that skinny, actually.
Well, that's kind of what happened. I got
Yeah.
down to 118 pounds,
Yeah.
and I was like impressed that I had done that. But honestly, I starved to get down to that,
Yeah.
and I was kind of excited about it. But then, like, I thought I started to kind of look sick, and people were telling me it's like, yeah, you look kind of sick.
There's Tony and Aleta when they were kids. That was fucking early. That was what, maybe 2014, 2013, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, it was before they were married.
Yeah, CB said there's nothing worse than bumping into an ex at a bar. Right? It's like, thankfully I don't have to do that because mine moved back to his home country.
Okay.
Although it happened for a while because remember he would come out
Yeah, yeah.
like after we were going out and it was always like really super awkward. Like he would come to iBar / Barbarella.
There's a picture of me and fucking Princess Leia when I had fucking blonde hair. So that's what they were dealing with back in those days, man. Yeah.
I did like the blonde hair.
Yeah.
I like the black butter though.
Yeah.
You know?
Drunk off my ass with fucking Ari.
Oh yeah,
Remember
she
Ari?
comes out every now and then too.
Yeah.
She's a pharmacist now.
Yeah.
She was in pharmacy school back then.
I'm still looking for fucking...
Yeah, it's
There.
like why you got pictures of her?
I might have one in here.
He's got pictures of everybody.
I got pictures of everyone. I'm fucking
He's
to
got
see.
pictures
I
of
might
everybody.
have one of her.
You probably do. You know what's funny? It's like when... Remember at iBar, whenever they had like any kind of anniversary or anything like that, they had this like little video that they like a little slideshow that they made of like pictures of all the regulars that have been taken over the years. And it's like me and Tom were on there, like everybody we knew were on there. And it's like there was one of Sarah on there by herself because no one would hang out with her. But
stop it.
You know what I mean? Well, it's true. And so it's like, so every time they would play that slideshow, I'd be like, oh, that bitch is on there somewhere. I'd be like, oh, there she is, like on the big fucking screen, you know what I mean? I just thought that was so funny, like a long time ago. But like I said, it's not like I think about her all the time because it's been a long time since I've seen her. But every time, because we were talking about her on the show like last week, and then like last weekend, I was like, man, it's like, just think about her still pisses me off. I don't know, you know what I mean? She still pisses me off.
I don't have a picture of her, I guess. Funny, I thought I did.
I would have thought, because like I said, you
have pictures of everybody. I thought I had some. Hold on.
CB said Jenny even makes looking pissed off sexy. Well, thank you very much.
Where'd you look pissed off?
In that one in the bathroom.
I'm looking at another section. Oh, I got an awesome picture of Jen's cleavage in this.
Wait, what?
Look at Jen's boobs. I just said, man, those are some awesome boobs. She's doing her nails, and I just fucking...
This is what I have to deal with. I'm just there, like, painting my nails, and he's just like, hey, I'm going to take a picture.
This is in her old bathroom. She's fucking doing something there, and I was just, look at that ass. So I took a picture of that.
I
took a picture of that shit. Look at the boobs.
I was probably doing nails there, too, honestly, because I usually do that last.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's one of my bikes, man. That's my Lightning. My Buell Lightning.
You got all kind of fun pictures in there.
What's that?
You got all kind of fun pictures.
Yeah. This is another section I'm going through now. She might be in this section.
She's in the motorcycle section?
No, it's a section of like kind of like just photos that they're kind of not really curated. It's a bunch of random shit.
Random shit. TV said I don't drink that much these days when I'm at the bar. We still do, but what was our tab last week?
About 100.
I think it was 100,
120.
120, something like that. That's two. I mean, that's two of us. So. And the drinks are not cheap. So.
Here's a cute picture of her later at the beach.
Okay.
Full Metal Nosferatu just got home.
What did he say?
He messaged us earlier saying he was on his way home and he would listen to the rest of it later. So just got home. Damn wind is insane here. Gonna pour me a whiskey. Shit, yeah, man. I might be needing another. Well, I still got something here.
Here's me, Jen, and all the girls.
And all the girls?
All the girls.
You'll recognize them. Laura, me, you.
I can't see everybody's just a white blur.
Right here.
Okay.
Sonia, Aurora.
Aurora.
I forgot what her name was.
Yeah, she doesn't come out.
She was more like a visitor. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I know everybody else though.
Yeah.
Sometimes people bring stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I can't.
Case and Lee said, "Tom, so did you meet her on the set of Star Wars?"
Who?
Carrie Fisher.
Oh no, that was a cutout. It was a cardboard cutout of Carrie Fisher, and I just went up there and hugged it, so we took a picture of it.
It's like it looks kind of real.
Yeah, it looks real.
Yeah, it was in a video store or something.
Yeah.
I think. Like just a cardboard cutout. That's pretty funny. Yeah, she's every now and then I'll get like a recommendation. I haven't got one for a long time. On Instagram or Facebook, like to add her.
Who? Sarah?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Because we have a lot of mutuals. That's why I'm just like, man, I'm not adding her. Come on.
It's her old account or her new account?
I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't had one in a long
the
time.
Old accounts are old. I think her. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
It's funny that her account is still floating around out there.
But like you said, she doesn't. Does she ever post anything or?
Not that I've seen. Nothing's come up in notifications or anything. Nothing's I've noticed. Although, I got fucking hundreds and hundreds of friends on there.
That's what I mean. It's like if it did come up, you probably wouldn't notice.
Shit, and I just didn't even. I wasn't even fucking looking. I'm kind of getting in.
You have all those titty girls on there, so it's like not.
What titty girls?
On Instagram.
That's Instagram.
Or yeah.
That's Instagram. That's
So it's
just
like
fucking,
even if she
I just
did,
get a fucking constant deluge of big ass titties on Instagram.
because that's
That's what
Well,
what
that's
I
what
follow.
the- that's what the
If you got some
algorithm
big ass
serves
titties,
you.
I'm gonna hit follow. Or if you're a bear, or if you're any kind of monkey, I'm gonna follow that. Too.
That's the hilarious
I like
thing.
bears,
Like
monkeys, and
his Instagram feed is girls with big titties or big
Yeah.
asses, but
yeah,
mostly
it's
big
mostly
titties.
big titties. Usually it goes together.
And also animals,
Animals,
particularly bears, raccoons,
bears, raccoons.
like a bear in the swimming pool,
Yeah.
like shit like that. And then like fucked up stuff like people falling off of buildings
Yeah.
and shit.
Here is a good classic photo of me. I was still in my fuckboy. That's me in 1996 or 5 in Biloxi, Mississippi, with the Gates sisters, 2 fucking goth chicks, and we're in the cemetery taking pictures at night.
I mean, you can't get any gothic than
Down,
that.
yeah, fucking that's Biloxi, Mississippi.
You can't get any gothic than that.
Yeah, that shit was a goth as fuck. But that was me in my old vampiric fucking phase.
Look at you looking like Dave Vanian.
Look like
up
Dave
in this shit.
Vanian and shit. Yeah.
All you need is like a white streak in your
I
hair.
know, man. Yeah, yeah. That's
Man.
the way it was, man. Fuck,
Yeah.
man.
Case and Lee said, I kind of thought it was a cutout, but it looked real.
Nah, cut it. Hold on. I couldn't find it. I don't think I have any of her.
Aw, that's a shame. Well, like I've said before, I'm not going to shit, like, if I don't like a person, I'm not going to shit on them by like, oh, she's ugly or she's fat or nothing like that. She's not ugly. She's beautiful. So it's just kind of like, that didn't have anything to do about why I hated her, though. I hated her because of her personality. And because she was, like, super fake and, like, super overbearing and was kind of like a weirdo. And she very obviously was trying to get me out of the way so she could get him, and she was, like, not subtle about it. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's what was making me mad. Because we had been friends a long time at that point. And she kept, like, just going at him and going, we have so much in common and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? We don't have anything in common. And she was just trying to, like I said, we were driving home from the club, me and him and Kaylee, who was, R.I.P. She has sadly passed away now. But we were in the McDonald's drive-thru, and she called him on the phone. I'm coming to your house right now, she says, just out of the blue. And he's like, Jenny's staying at my house? And then they got in this big fucking fight. And I could hear her, like, yelling from the phone. And I'm just like, what? Just hang up. Jesus Christ. I said, if we get to your house and she's in the bushes, I'm going to, like, punch her ass out. Bee's Nest says, Jen, your hair is nice. Thank you very much. This is, you know what? It's like Tom got me this wig, and I didn't think I would like it. But I don't know. I kind of like this one.
Everybody likes it.
I don't know if it's my favorite one, but I've worn it out, like, several times. People are like,
Gray,
ooh.
white, blue,
Yeah.
and red. Those are the ones that look the best on you.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I know what I realized.
What?
I could just look directly for her.
Well,
I
yeah,
think
I don't know why. I was going to say that,
Yeah,
but then I was like, I didn't
well,
want to encourage
I wasn't
it.
sure if fucking I had been blocked or anything like that, or
Yeah, who knows? I mean,
I don't think so. I don't think she blocked me. This is
You
with
wouldn't
a-
think.
This is with a C, right?
Yeah.
No.
Filman on Nosferatu said the Damned's Video Nasty song is awesome. I mean, the Damned in general are awesome. They're like one of my favorite bands ever. Honestly, I think their song, Love Song, is one of the best punk songs ever. But even their later shit was good too. Like they did an album that came out in 2004. I think it was called Grave Disorder.
Wasn't that her name?
Yeah, did it have 2 P's?
I don't know.
I can't remember. It was
Okay,
it was a very
there
German.
She is. I found her.
It was a German last name.
That's the girl we're talking about.
I mean, she's got sunglasses on, but you know.
Yeah.
That's her, all right.
That's her.
She just makes me mad looking.
That's
at
from
her.
those days, actually.
Well, yeah, I don't know if she looks like that now.
Yeah.
Like I said, she looks like that now. I don't
Yeah.
know what she looks like because I haven't seen her
Yeah.
in years. Did she get married or did she just have a boyfriend?
No.
And then she moved to Germany.
I'm gonna friend her.
Ew, why?
I'm gonna friend her.
Don't encourage
Ask
that.
her where she's at.
Don't encourage her.
Well, it looks like that. Hasn't been much. I already had her on Instagram, but I don't think she has any pictures on Instagram. Let me see.
DVD Dragon said, I heard about this niche fetish where women try and start a car, but the engine won't start.
That's a fetish?
There's something for everyone.
Yeah.
Maybe that's like an extension of like horror movie shit. Where it's like, you know, in a horror movie, like you always just, oh, I got in the car and like the car won't start. Maybe that's what it is. Like I said, that really doesn't seem like a sexual situation, but okay.
Yeah, see, I had her on Instagram.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
her.
that's
That's
her.
what she looked like then. I don't know what she looks like now.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be an old photo.
Yeah, I think
Because that's what she used to look
That's what-
like
yeah.
many, many years ago.
Yeah.
She was not ugly. She was.
That's
good.
what I
She was a
said.
good girl. She was just fucking crazy.
Like I said, I'm not
trying, bro.
I'm not one of those chicks that,
Yeah.
because we know some chicks.
Oh, she got some good pictures.
I'm not going to say who,
That's her.
but that will be like, if they don't like a girl or they're jealous
Yeah.
or something, they'll be like, oh, her ass is fat or blah, blah, blah. They'll like pick on their physical attributes. I would not do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, she was, you know, and this is
Yeah.
her when she was a kid.
You know,
So she
I'm,
was
I'm not going to say like someone's ugly when they're not.
Yeah. That was her when she was a kid.
So she was actually kind of.
DVD Dragon says, not bad, crazy hot matrix.
Yeah. When you met her, though, she looked like this.
Uh-oh. I can't see that.
That's how she normally looked.
Yeah. I think
Or like that. Like that.
Yeah.
She had some fucking face like that on.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. She's like, DVD Dragon said, I can fix her. Give me a chance. I don't know, man, if you want to have a crack at it. I didn't... And honestly, it's not just me. You know, it's not just me being like sour grapes because I knew she was after Tom. Because when I met her, she was friends with my ex-husband too, actually.
Yeah.
He kind of liked her, but the thing I didn't like about her, and our friend Laura said this too, not that Laura from the picture, but a different
Look.
Laura. We know more than one.
She has another account, and you're following her on that account.
Am I?
Followed by 13 Class Podcast. And Jen.
I didn't do that.
I didn't do it.
Well, no, I know you didn't because you're not.
Yeah.
Okay. I must have done that by accident.
Yeah.
Or it did it on its own.
She's got 3 accounts.
What the fuck kind of shady motherfucker has 3 different
She got
accounts?
fucking 3 accounts.
I mean, I have different ones for my different stuff.
Yeah,
like, I have
yeah,
one
yeah.
for Scare Salon, I have one for 13 o'clock, and then I have a... Well, actually, I don't have a personal Instagram. My only Instagram is the 13 o'clock one, and I have a Scare Salon one. But it's like, I don't... My Facebook, I just have a personal Facebook, and then I have one for this show, I have a Scare Salon one, I have one for Crime and Memorial. I have like different business pages, but if you have more than one, that's like really weird. I would not have followed that because I remembered that was her screen name.
Yeah.
So I would not have followed that willingly. Unless I did it when I was drunk or it just did it automatically or I don't know. I wouldn't have done that on purpose. But like I said, I'm hardly ever on Instagram, so I don't know if she ever posted anything or not. But yeah, so the thing I didn't like, and like I said, it's not just me because our friend Laura, when I was talking to her one time, and she's just like, you know, she's just so fake.
She was trying hard.
She was a tryhard, and I don't really like tryhards. Like, I kind of feel like I don't really like people that can't just hang and be regular.
Yeah.
If I feel like you're putting on a facade or you're trying to impress me or you're trying to like, I don't really like hanging out with people like that.
She was not chilled out.
It's exhausting.
Yeah, she was not chilled out.
Like, I much prefer people that are just regular. You know, they're just being themselves.
Yeah.
I don't like people that are trying to put something on because they think that they're impressing another person. And that's her entire personality seemed like that to me. Like she was, it was this facade she was putting on because she thought she was impressing other people. But it was very obvious that she was doing that, but I don't think she realized how obvious it was, is what I'm saying. So it's like, so it was very off-putting. And that, like I said, it wasn't just me, like a lot of people said that about her. So, because honestly, that time that I grabbed her neck after she did the thing, she went and complained to Lee, the bartender. And Lee asked her, because Lee had told me multiple times. He's like, man, I don't like that girl.
Yeah, we got Facebook.
And so she went and complained to him, and she's like, somebody tried to beat me up or something like that. And he's like, who was it? And when she said it was me, he basically just told her to fuck off.
Who are we talking about?
Lee.
Oh, Lee.
The bartender.
Yeah.
Because he didn't like her either.
Yeah.
She
was a problem child.
None of the bartenders.
She was a problem child.
Nobody that, as far as I know, nobody that worked there liked her either. So it was funny when, so she went and cried to him, and he was just like, get the fuck out of here.
DVD says she's crazy. She's got the crazy hot matrix. Yeah, you would have gotten sick of that real quick, though.
Tom knows.
Yeah, I got sick of that pretty quick. I didn't even fuck her. I was just like, I regretted going over there.
Yeah.
And even though, look, man, I gotta be honest. I was giving her a chance. I thought that maybe, maybe she's just uncomfortable. I mean, she doesn't know me. Fucking, she's trying to break into the new scene. Let's just see what she's like. You know what I mean? I'm not a dick like that.
Yeah, it sounds not a dick.
And I was.
Well, you're kind of a dick, but not enough.
I'm very forgiving towards women. Especially when I just thought like, she's just trying to impress me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So let's just see how it goes. It was just too high, just too much energy. It was just too stressful. She's just
she seems like
real
exhausting.
On edge. Yeah, really, really on edge. Really,
I can't hang with people like
really
that. It just wears me
intense.
out.
Really, like she was the main character in her own movie.
Yeah.
And I was just like, nah.
I can't hang with people like that. I need people.
I don't know what she's like now. She might be okay now.
I mean, that was years ago.
That was years ago, yeah.
So it's just kind of like I said, I kind of just like people that are chill.
Yeah.
And just regular.
Yeah. She wasn't my type. She was tall and thin. Not that tall. Probably like, what, 5'6", 5'7". She was taller
Something like
than me.
that.
Thin. I like short, voluptuous, tits and ass. I like a woman that looks like a woman.
He's a tits and ass
man.
man.
Yeah.
He's not into skinny chicks.
Nah. If they're little and skinny, I can maybe do that, but they usually have to have implants. If they're little and skinny, for me.
He's a tit man.
Yeah. Yeah. Jen gets mad, man. I'm just going through my fucking Instagram photos of these just mega voluptuous fucking women, and she, all these fucking girls, and I said, they're just girls. To me, it's just imagery, I don't know who that is. It's just, they're like advertisements, And then I'm looking at the raccoons and shit. But, I'm just like, you need to settle the fuck down, Jen. You don't have anything to worry about.
Well, you have to understand, too, that, women are going to come at it like...
I got muscle dudes in there, too, though.
No, I know that, but I don't
fucking,
usually see
you know what I mean?
Women are going to come at it like, oh, well, I don't look like that, so there must be something wrong with me.
You kind of do look like that, though.
Right.
You kind of do look like that, though. You're in that same league.
That's
Some
true.
of those girls are, though, they're fucking...
I mean, I do have big boobies,
amazing,
but not, like, ridiculous.
Those girls that are fucking... Those girls that are fucking... The really big ones and shit, like... It's implants.
Well, obviously.
It's implants. Yeah.
It's very rare for anybody to have that naturally.
Yeah. It's not natural. It's implants. But that's just accessories, Just like taking your car and accessorizing it. I'm going to turbocharge it. Let's do that,
Yeah.
Fucking, I'm going to inject these fucking hormones and fucking I'll get, bigger, It's like that. It's the same thing. To me, it's body modification. I don't really look at it personally. I think there's a... Society kind of tends towards hate. They see people see somebody who stands out, and they start hating on it. Even though I kind of applaud it. I'm like, yeah, you went through all the trouble of fucking looking different. Everybody, and I was like, I think that looks good. You know what I mean? Some of the shit doesn't look good, but some of it does. Fucking, I inject testosterone and work out to fucking look different. It's the same thing. And to me, it's just like body modification.
Yeah, I would never
Same
tell
thing.
anybody else what they could do.
Yeah. Some girls are kind of
like if they think that looks good, then who am I to tell them?
Some girls are a
it
little bit
doesn't?
heavy set, so they'll just put a huge set of fucking knockers on them, and it looks good. We know girls like that. Fucking
Yeah. Who, Pinkie Pie?
Yeah, Pinkie Powers is like that. Fucking girl we used to know from the club. She's a fucking porn chick. She's got fucking huge boobs. Her and her wife.
Ridiculously
that she had at the time.
huge.
Yeah,
Like
just really
beach
huge.
ball size.
Yeah. Big.
I think I have a picture of me and the two of them.
Yeah. We got a picture of me and you and the two girls with their fucking
that's right.
Their four boobs.
I remember that picture.
Yeah.
That was from Southern Nights.
Yeah.
Like the gay bar.
Yeah, and those girls are huge.
Yeah, like ridiculous.
I'll show you.
Like I looked tiny next to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you gotta pay for that, and you
well,
gotta
yeah.
other shit, you know?
And I don't think I would want that because it seems like it would just be a nightmare.
It's kind of a what do you call it? It's a gimmick.
Yeah.
It has its own look, but I
sure.
think that
but like I said, the shitty thing is like
be rough living with that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You can't. It's not like you can just take them off.
No.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna show you guys.
Case and Lee says you both have Facebook. I gotta find them.
This is who we're talking about.
I have several Facebooks. My personal one is Jenny Ashford Ross.
Yeah.
That's my personal one. But then we also have a 13 o'clock podcast one. I have an author one. That's just Jenny Ashford. I have one for my other channel, which is The Scare Salon. I have one for my other blog, which is Crime and Memorial. I also have a channel for that. So I have a bunch of different ones. And I have some old ones, like I think I made one for The Unseen Hand when that book came out, but I never post on there anymore.
Yeah, we're friends with this chick. We haven't seen her in a while, though. She doesn't come out. She's fucking huge. She's huge.
She's sweet. I like her.
Yeah, she's very nice. But the thing is, you know, she does, if you have a build like that and you want to call attention, that's really the way you can go.
That's kind of what you
That's
do.
how you do. You just put some big.
I mean, if that's how you want to make some money, and she makes money.
She makes money doing that. Right.
So, like I said, got to make money somehow.
She doesn't work out or anything. She doesn't.
I don't hate.
She doesn't have to.
I don't hate on it.
And she's not nowhere near as young as she looks. She's a little younger than us, but not by much.
Yeah, I mean, goth chicks don't age.
Yeah, goth chicks don't age that.
I mean, we do, but
well, it depends.
More slowly.
Depends on who it is.
More slowly. Because, like I said, we know some chicks that are my age or older, and you would never fucking know.
Yeah.
You'd never know. DVD Dragon says, Tom's just looking at cars, not buying.
Well, the thing is, you know, I like the human form. You know, fucking, I'll look at dudes too, but it's to see, like, I want those arms. Look at that motherfucker's legs, man. Look at his calves. I gotta get that going, you know. It's just, it's like one-upsmanship. But I was like that with everything, you know what I mean? Fucking if my motorcycles or cars or whatever says, look at that motherfucker's motorcycle, man. You know, I gotta get that for my bike. It's the same fucking mentality. Guys are the same. Doesn't matter your sexual orientation or anything. You see what some other dude's got, and you go like, I want mine to be like that too.
Yeah.
It's just what we do.
I know, but like I said, you got to see how we're coming at it also.
What's
it's
that?
Kind of like a different. We're kind of seeing it from a different perspective.
Yeah, I don't experience reality the same way you do. I know. I'm a guy, and I just reality for us isn't quite the same.
No, it's really not. And I think a lot of dudes don't really realize how different.
I understand there's a female reality.
How divergent.
Yeah.
The thought process is. Like in a lot of ways, we're very similar.
Yeah.
But there are some like situations where you're gonna come at it from a completely different perspective.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what causes a lot of fights, like in couples and stuff like that.
And me and Jen rarely fight. I think we've only fucking had a handful of fights the whole time we've been together, but almost 15 years.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really.
Less than 10. Probably
we've had
10.
a couple arguments on the show, probably.
Yeah.
But
we're drunk, though, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll start getting in fights if we're drunk.
Yeah, we've had them on the show.
Because somebody will say something sideways.
Yeah.
But, like, honestly, we don't really... I don't know. Like I said, we've known each other for so long that it's just kind of like... You just kind of get a sense of that person, and it's just kind of like... But there's still misunderstandings, but... You know... I guess since we've been together so long, it's just kind of like you're a lot more willing to give that person the benefit of the doubt if they say something fucked up. You know?
I'm trying to get an example of the kind of shit. This is the fucking shit I think that mystifies a lot of women.
What's that?
Hold on, where'd it go?
I don't know.
Fuck.
You
It was-
messed it up.
One of these. She's pretty famous. Her name's Haley Lane, and she's just this. She's like in the bimbo fetish fucking scene, and she makes money by going to fucking ball games. She's kind of like fucking Pinky Powers, kind of. Where'd that go? Oh, fucking.
I don't know. All I know is I need another drink.
Okay. Well, it's almost time to end the show. That is the shit. Where the bimbo fetish, the huge lips.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't really think that's attractive per se,
No, me
but
neither.
it is quite an art form. I'm like, it's about size.
Well,
and
like I
she's
said, I would
obviously-
never tell people they wouldn't do that, even
Yeah.
though I personally don't think that looks good, and I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But it's like, if other people want to do that and they think it looks good, I'm not gonna like say shit about it.
yeah,
It's none of my business.
that's just bimbofication.
It's not my body, and it's like
Yeah.
other people like that, so
It's body modification.
I'm not gonna shit on her because of that.
Yeah.
Even though I wouldn't do it.
That's her
and
thing.
It's not really my thing. You know?
She makes money doing it.
Right, that's what I mean.
She's a
like I
pro.
said, everybody got to make money somehow.
Yeah.
So I'm not really. I don't like I said. I don't really hate on other chicks like that I don't know.
It's an extreme body modification, if you ask me.
I mean, I'll hate on chicks, but they're chicks I gotta know. You know what I mean? And I don't hate them because of what they look like. I hate them because they suck.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah. For all you know, that chick's
Because
cool.
of their personalities.
For all you know, that chick's very.
That's
cool.
what I mean. I don't know that chick, so it's like she might be super awesome, and I would
Yeah.
want to hang out with her. So
Right.
so I'm not gonna like shit on people, you know. I'm not bothered by it. I'm not judgmental about that. Because like I said, look, you know, because we've been in the goth scene, it's like, you know, people could pick on us the same way. It's like, oh, why do you have different colored hair? Why do you have all those
Yeah.
tattoos? Why do you have, you know what I mean? It's just like
Yeah.
another body
Why are you wearing those
modification.
pants?
Right. Like, it's just another body modification. So it's like, so I can't pick on other people because of that, because then people pick on me because of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why do you wear all those wigs? Why do you do that? It's like fake, you know? So it's just kind of like, so I'm not really bothered. I'm not bothered. Yeah, TV Dragon says girl has more plastic than DuPont.
Oh yeah.
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 I mean,
but the
you
thing
know.
is, she's not hiding that.
Yeah.
She's not hiding that. That just goes with the fucking territory. There's no way to be built like that without having a fucking bunch of fucking silicone implants. That's her thing.
I'm still trying to figure out how I ended up following her on Instagram.
You got
That's-
tricked into it, evidently.
That's mysterious.
You were following her.
Well, maybe there was, you know what? Because sometimes I don't go on Instagram all that much.
Yeah.
And so sometimes when I go on there, there'll be like all of these notifications like in the sidebar.
Yeah.
And like someone will have followed me. And I'll be like, okay, whatever, I'll follow them back. So I might have done that and not looked
Not
at
look
who
to
it
see
was.
Yeah.
Because I do that sometimes.
Maybe just something like that. I would.
So maybe
read
I
too
just
much
did
into
that.
it.
But it's just, yeah, I'm just kind of like, I'm just trying to figure out how it happened. Because I would not follow her on purpose. For sure.
That's funny.
Like, so I'm just sitting there going like, what? How
Yeah.
the fuck did that happen? I don't know.
Okay, well, look, man, it's 10:30,
All right.
and a lot of the audience has go ahead and checked out.
All right.
So why don't you go ahead and shut it down? We're going to be back Monday.
Yeah, doing a
For
movie
sure.
review. We don't know
Yeah.
what movie yet.
Do you want some of this? We'll go half on it if you want more alcohol.
All right.
Yeah, and you can put some more ice in it because that's fresh. I just poured that.
Oh, okay.
Here, hold on. You're gonna
No, I'm not.
you're gonna get rid of all the fizz in that shit. There you go.
I would have done it just fine.
There you go. Okay.
Okay. All right. But yeah. All right. So we're gonna wrap up the show. Phantom says excellent show tonight. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
thank you guys, man.
We
You
talked
guys-
about most of our favorite topics,
Yeah.
sex and food.
And
That
you
was-
guys fucking sent us a lot of money. It was a great show for us.
Yeah. It really,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
that's
awesome.
not the only reason we do it, but you know.
Well, just everything we talked about too.
You know what I mean. All right. So thank you very much, everybody, for dropping by. Thank you for all of your very generous super chats. We always appreciate them very much. Hopefully, you guys have a good weekend. I'm going to be putting up a movie review on Sunday, probably. So maybe like look out for that. It's for the Caitlin Cronenberg movie Humane. I already recorded it. I just haven't put it up yet. So that'll be Sunday. And Monday we'll be back for a movie review. I don't know what movie it's going to be yet. We hardly ever do. But yeah, so we'll see you guys again on Monday night. Good night.